It's me, your boy Ostopoulos, here with Thano, casting League of Legends Rec League. It is going to be the Gauntlet series, best of 5, QC Bank versus Chalk Bites here at Paradigm. And we're just about to get into picks and bans here.
Looks like they've started already. Started off strong, actually, with the Yasuo ban and the Ari ban and the Talon ban. They do not want to see any of those strong mid laners in mid lane at all. They'll cause both a very strong support and mid lane. Looks like they're just trying to shut each other out right off the bat with the pick bans.
Yeah, ooh, and I'm already liking this a lot. I mean, I'm excited to see where this game's going to take us. Both teams are coming from the bottom seeds, so they're looking to get a couple. They're looking to win this and go and fight off against Victory Store, who they're the only team that's actually taking games off of Northwest Bank.
Yes, we are. And by the way, I'm
for
Victory Store. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, it's your boy Thano coming in with the snap. I was gonna say the clap, but you know, it's a snap. Anyway, so yeah, like Tony said here, Ostopoulos, whoever wins tonight will be playing against my team, Victory Store. We hope to have a good match. From the right off the bat, like I said, very strong bans right off the gate. Looks like QC Bank will be picking the Pyke. Ooh, very interesting. We have yet to see Pyke at all in this tournament, I think.
No, we have.
We
have seen Pyke in this. It was earlier this year. It was much earlier. It was when he was much stronger. Before he saw the nerfs, I think at 9.4 it was. He saw a couple nerfs hit him in a couple patches, and so he was not seen as that strong. But now we've seen a moo with heavy engage tools. Both sides are picking heavy engage tools for the team already. So we're gonna get. I'm wondering what they're going to be picking. I want to see. There's a lot. There's a Vayne ban. There's a Yasuo ban.
Blitzcrank. And there's the Garen pick. I saw them switching off of Pyke and Garen. Not sure which one to pick. But Chalk Bites is going in strong with the initiation. Blitzcrank being able to pull out anyone, and then Moon going in to lock down anyone else that Blitzcrank didn't pull out. Very good synergy, I feel like. Where QC Bank looks like going with the kill potential with Pyke and Garen. Let's see what their third pick is, see if they can add to that kill potential.
Malzahar. So, dragging him in, silencing him down, and locking him up. That's all we're going to be seeing, really.
From both teams, actually.
Yeah, both teams are looking to go that way, and it's both. I want to see which team can utilize these comps so far. We got a Lux.
Very high damage, and again, very high CC on both teams. Still. Alright, going into the fourth ban for Chalk Bites here. Let's see who they ban. Ooh, the drum roll, ladies and gentlemen. Anticipation is building.
We're still waiting.
They're really running up the clock. They are deliberating. The Kayn ban. You know, I played Kayn the very first game of this tournament, and I have yet to be able to play him again, except for one time. And that didn't go so well against Northwest Bank, but, you know, they just want to deny me of my Kayn. Even here, when I'm casting, they're still denying me the Kayn. I don't understand. Guys, I'm not even playing here. Ooh, the
Xayah ban. Yes. And they're still going to ban 80 carries, of course. I mean, I feel like there's going to be another 80 carry ban for Chalk Bites, maybe. And then they're going to probably ban... They're probably going to be like a... I would imagine a Tristan or a Sivir or
Morgana
ban. Okay, understandable. I don't know.
It was an interesting pick with both mid lanes and support being picked, unless they figure Pyke is going jungle, which is something that hasn't been done recently in high elo play, but it could be seen tonight. Oh, there's the Tristana ban, like you called out. Very nice, very nice. But the Morgana ban is very interesting. Seeing Lucian to combo with the Blitzcrank, I think that is very strong. Lucian being able to get in high damage after the Blitzcrank pull. It'll be an interesting matchup against the Lux and Malzahar. I feel like Lux is sort of weak against Malz with the pressure that Malz can put, where Lux can just do damage. But with Malzahar's passives, that damage is going to be reduced severely.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And then it looks like QC Bank is taken down with the Kai'Sa. With the heavy engage tools that they have, Kai'Sa can warp right onto whoever that she needs to, maybe even away from a Mumu onto someone else. And they also pick a Xin Zhao. But I'm excited is to see Kale. I haven't seen her. My PC's been broken, so I haven't been able to see any Kale gameplay.
Hopefully we can see some wacky, fun Kale gameplay tonight. I played against her, I played with her. Let me tell you, she can get crazy at endgame.
I heard it's until she hits level 16, she's useless.
It's a toss-up. She can snowball real easily in the early game if you just. It's all about that early game. Mid game, doing well, she snowballed correctly, and then late game, it's GG from there. Like you said, level 16 is where it's at.
This is super exciting. I'm going to be taking a moment to thank our sponsors.
No cure for fools.
Video Games, etc., St. Ambrose University, and Respawn. Without them, we wouldn't be here today. And we're just going to be waiting for a few more, about another 4 or 5 minutes for them to select their champions in the client.
Pathetic.
Play. But what are you excited to see with this team comps that are coming along right now?
Well,
Playtime's over.
Engage. Well, actually, from both teams, I hope to see a lot engage. Like we said, both the Mumu, Blitzcrank, Pike, Malzahar, and Xin Zhao also. Some of those early game troops that we have tonight. Very early ganker.
The boss is angry.
Early games in with Xin Zhao, they have a higher chance of winning. Just play it smart.
Impure fools.
Now, obviously, I have no bias in this, so I should talk about how Chalkbites is doing this too. Chalkbites getting the right picks. Now, looking at their team, it's going to be hard picking out just one person. Obviously, the most likely pick that they should be going for is Kaisa. Blitzcrank lands the hook on Kaisa, Moomin goes in on the rest, knocks them down with his ult, while Lux, Lucian, and Kale take out that Kaisa. I think that's how Chalkbites will win team fights. But we'll just have to see how both teams play tonight.
Sure. I'm excited to see this. I'm really, So, very interesting fact about Garen is that he is the only champion in Korea that has not been picked yet.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. Zed was recently picked. Nico was actually with Garen. That was not been picked yet. And Nico was picked, I think, a couple weeks back by Griffin, if I'm not mistaken. And they won. I think they lost with her actually.
Oof. That does not bode well for Nico.
No, it does not. But they were picked, and now Garen is the last champion not to be picked in pro play for Korea.
Have you seen that interesting build that's been going around on Nico? The on-hit effect?
On-hit build?
Yes.
Yes. You go, what is it, at Wit's End, and you go at Gwinsu's Rage Blade.
And get press the attack as your runes. Very, very interesting play. I've wanted to test it out myself, but being a Nico jungle main, it doesn't. No, I kid. I only play Nico jungle for fun, but it would be interesting to try it out in the jungle. Looks like both teams are set and all locked in.
We'll have another 4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a long wait. They're going to be started 3 minutes ahead of us. It's going to be Kale in the top lane. You know, I'm kind of confused. I don't see a smite on QC Bank. Yeah. Are they just going to go like duo lanes? I hope they remember to lock in their summoner spells. Otherwise, this is going to be a very interesting game.
Oh, I had a stretch there. Maybe this is some high-level play that they've been working out with the Mumu exhaust, where they don't necessarily need the smite because of the high damage that they'll be having from the Kale and Lucian.
Possibly. I mean,
We will see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe when they get in the loading screen, they'll realize what they've done. I think.
It'll be an interesting play nonetheless. I think they have just now realized. We are hearing some information just now. I don't have a headset. I'm going to pretend I have a headset. Yes, they have just now realized they do not have smite.
And it looks like they're going to be going into it anyway, because once you go into the game, you cannot.
There's no backing out. No takesy backsies, as we like to say. They have fully realized that they do not have a smite on their team, but I have complete faith in them. This game is a best of 5 tonight, correct?
Yeah, this is a best of 5.
Yes, we should mention that best of 5 tonight. So we will see how this game goes.
I'm excited to see.
Something interesting is going down in the pit, the arena. My bad, the arena.
Looks like they're talking it over right now. We will see a pause when we get into the game, but no matter what happens, we do have to go into the game. Whether or not they took smite, it is a mistake on the part of Chalk Bites. But mistake or not, they have to go.
Here we go, team. Here we go.
While we're waiting for the stream to start, or getting for the game to start, my bad, we're going to be setting up the stream for you, so everything looks nice and clean.
That was a rhyme. I love it. You make rhymes every day. Oh no. Alrighty. Cool beans. And it looks so it does so they officially had not taken smite, and they're gonna be paused for a second. They were talking about what lanes they're gonna be, I guess. Now I'm just excited to see what lanes they're gonna be in.
I assume Amumu will still go into the jungle. It's even with the dual lanes, it is very hard for top lane to get levels and stay ahead. But with that Garen top, if both Amumu and Kale went top, that Garen would probably spiral out of control still, because he's just getting all that solo XP, while Amumu and Kale will be sharing the XP. And Kale needs some of that early solo XP to be able to do well late game. Being able to get to that level 16 is key for Kale in winning this game tonight.
I will say that possibly if they do a Kale support, well, not Kale support, Amumu supporting the Kale, giving her all the minions, kind of like how a bottom lane would work. Garen's very susceptible to getting CC'd a lot of the time, so it'd be very hard for Garen to step up to the plate if he were to be killed repetitively.
Fun fact I like to point out, the QC Bank only has 3 skins, while Chalk Bites has 4. We all know, in terms of skins, who the real winner is.
Yes!
Alrighty, getting into the game right off the bat, flashing some emotes, and as mentioned, we will be going into a pause very shortly here, as the team realized, Chalk Bites realized, they do not have smite. So this would be probably the time that they're talking about what are they going to do, and as we stated, they must play the game, but they just want to make sure that everyone understood that Amumu does not have smite. I cannot emphasize this enough. Amumu does not have smite. Another thing to point out, I just want to point out that Lux is running the Elementalist Lux skin. Very high-end skin. Very nice skin, I might add. Looks like Blitzcrank and Lucian are going bot, while Kale is going solo top. Lux is going mid.
Amumu is still in the fountain.
Yeah. Oh, Amumu is now leaving the fountain now. You see Lux waiting in the river, maybe hopefully looking to get some damage out on someone. Force an early recall would be nice. Nothing's going to happen there at all. Both sides going to play it safe early on. No invades going out. It's surprising, especially with the Mumu and Blitzcrank comp. They do not go for the invade on Chalk Bites. Normally when you see a Blitzcrank pick, you see that invade go out early. Or that invade happen in the early game, but I guess they're just going to play it safe
And I think it's just because of his setup in the game. I guess he is going into the jungle. Kill in the long run, but it's going to be a lot longer. And it won't be really any. It will be hard for him to take Dragon. Like to take Dragon and Baron. And do spin.
And they gotta capitalize on Mumu not having smite. Like I mentioned earlier, he should be going for some of those early games. Interesting thing I did not realize, the slow factor on Lux's E does get rid of Malzahar, so that will be very nice for her to be able to get some damage on. Ooh, we see a hook on Kaisa.
Blitzcrank landing in that hook really well, but not really gonna be able to capitalize on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very near to the arena. Ooh, Xin Zhao going in for that early game and getting the first blood. That is what I like to see, ladies and gentlemen.
Really good play from Quad City Bank, getting Xin Zhao coming in early into the game, knocking up Lux, and she had both summoners up. So I don't know why she wasn't able to react quick enough.
Maybe a moment of hesitation, thinking that she could get out without having to use Flash. I know in the early game, many people did not like using Flash, so maybe that was her thought process. Well, we'll have to see what happens after that.
Ooh, another hook landing onto Blitzcrank. Lucian getting a lot of auto attacks on. No knock up yet. The heel going off. Really nice play from the side of Chalk Bites, getting Kaisa that low and having to pop one of her heel.
And forcing her to recall, which will give Lucian a greater lead in farm, which will be very nice to make up for the mid lane first blood.
Wonder how Amumu is doing. How Amumu is doing right now.
In the jungle, we'll check on him. Oh,
He's
still level 1.
This is
very interesting. I saw him start blue buff and he's just now doing this. I wonder what happened there. It doesn't look like he did at any other camp, so I wonder if he had a moment of pause or delay.
I think I saw him going up against the red buff, but then he was almost dead, so he realized that he had to
back off
a little bit.
Not good at all for a Mumu. Not having smite and now being
behind. Here comes
Xin Zhao going for another gank, getting binded, but still doing a lot of damage to Lux. This is the gameplay I came to see tonight.
This is a lot of pressure going on to the Lux player. Onto Nova, he's gonna have to make sure he's able to just play it back, let Malzahar get the farm, and just play sit by the tower.
Garen applying a lot of pressure to the top lane. Ooh, looks like we're gonna see a fight break out bot lane. Pipe going in.
Landing to double stun onto Blitzcrank and Lucian. Lucian is doing a lot of damage onto him. Flash being held by Blitzcrank.
Ignite did go out on Blitzcrank from the pike as well. Blitzcrank will get away, but most likely will have to recall unless he plans on staying.
And it looks like he will be staying. Lux is still up in the mid lane. She is still higher health. Pike's looking for that sweet hook, but he's going to miss it right now. Amumu, I think he's still level 1. I think Amumu's still level 1. He's doing the Gromp right now. Hopefully he could get this. Blitzcrank's coming up to help. Lux doing a little bit of damage. Little poke onto the Malzahar.
Little poke. Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z coming in. Do a little poke.
Missing the snare, the snare. I think we're gonna be a rap group.
There we go. Can we be called the Popo snare?
The Popo snare. Yes, we can.
Ooh, Xin Zhao is invading, going in on the Amumu. Amumu flashing, Xin Zhao flashing to secure the kill. Amumu getting pushed back even further. This is not looking good for Amumu at all. Just had a string of bad luck throughout this whole game.
And it started with the no smite taking onto him. They forgot the smite and they went with exhaust, and then now he's still only level 1.
Ooh, Pike hooking the Lucian, getting a stun off. Lucian popping flash and heal, getting some high damage off, but not being able to get the kill.
Yeah, and Blitzcrank was able to pull. He was able to pull Kaisa away so that that Lucian could not get a hit as much as he did. And looks like Xin Zhao is coming in.
Malzahar flashing the ult. Xin Zhao waiting on the dash, which was an interesting play. I would have dashed earlier to be able to get the knock up right after the stun had ended, but they did get the flash on Lux.
Onto the rocks, I say.
Pike readying up a hook. Ooh, hook to the Blitzcrank. Gets a stun.
And they're gonna do a lot. Lotion's gonna try to hit him a lot, but Blitzcrank is really low, so they had to go out. Kale and Garen are fighting up in the top lane. There's not a lot of damage being dealt though. It looks like it's just gonna be an easy top lane farming all day. But Garen has 20 CS up on the Kale right now. I mean, is this how games usually go for Kale?
Well, when you're being that oppressed in the top lane as Kale, yes, it will tend to go like that for the CS lead. And Garen is a very oppressive champion, so Kale is at a big disadvantage right now. Hopefully, Chica Boss can get Garen off a little bit, maybe get some help from Amumu. But the thing is, Amumu is so far behind. I don't know what he can do really at this point.
At this point, is just the only thing he could really hope for is maybe just gank some lanes when he hits level 3.
He's still level 2.
Yeah, I mean, get some farm, I guess. Maybe steal something from your laners. The only hope really is just to go to game 2 with a better mindset. Let your teammates carry you into this game.
The dot from Malzahar jumping from minion onto Luxa gets some nice damage out. Looks like QC Bank has recalled. They're going to reset the lanes here, which is good for Chalk Bites, allowing them a moment to breathe and get some CS going.
And allow Mumu to farm a little bit more. This boy is running really strings of bad luck. It's 8 minutes in. He's still only level 2 compared to Xinjiao, who's level 5. It's
not looking good. Mumu, the saddest champion in the game, is having a sad day today as well. I mean, you can see it. Crying in his portrait. Looks like Xinjiao and Malzahar will be going for the Stone Drake. Blitzcrank and Lux will be going in. Blitzcrank hooking the Xinjiao. Kite following up, getting the hook on Blitzcrank. I think this will be a kill on the Blitzcrank. Yes, it is.
And it looks like that, even though Blitzcrank did get a hook off into Xinjiao, put him away from the Earth Drake, they were able to secure a kill, and it looks like they will. Quad City Bank will be able to secure this Earth Drake if they go for it. I mean, it's four members of the Quad City Bank who should be able to secure this.
Looks like they are going for the dragon right now. Easy dragon for them. I'm pretty sure Lux can't do too much of them. Amumu had recalled. He knew that, hey, I'm level 2 still. I can't do anything. Also, I don't have smite, so he just got out of there. Lucian, realizing the same thing, stayed bot lane and farm, which I think was the correct thing to do. Lux probably should have left when she had the chance to get something. Lucian getting hooked and then stunned. Ignite going out.
First, a kill going on to Kaisa. And Garen is fighting off Kale. Kale using his ultimate, Chica Boss able to pull it off right away, and Garen having to flash away. So that's a really good trade for Chica Boss in the end.
Looks like Xinjiao is going top lane to apply some pressure onto Kale to get her off of the Garen.
It looks like Garen
looking for that kill.
I don't think he's going to be able to find anything. He was slowed by one of Kale's abilities.
There we go. Friendly teammate Blitzcrank helping out Mumu to take out the blue buff.
Good guy, Blitzcrank. Hopefully he'll hit level 3 at the end of that.
Would assume so.
And he's still level 2.
I thought they got an XP boost after a while. They weren't at the same level as everyone, but I guess that doesn't apply to the jungle minions.
This is looking to be a very sad game for Amumu. As you said earlier, Thanos.
Sad prom king Amumu is not having a good prom night tonight. Whom that boy is going to apply some more pressure in the top lane while Kale is gone. Marshall Boya going into the river, going to look for a kill, along with, I think that's their sub, the Malzahar, the
activating EMP.
Activating EMP. Very fitting name for a Malzahar to shut down the enemies, like an EMP. Very, very, very clever on that.
It looks like they have jungle pressure under the control. I mean, they know where Amumu is at all points of this game, able to steal away camps and just make sure that
looks like a gank is going down mid lane. Malzahar landing the ult. Xin Zhao ult going out.
Lux still being able to get away. That was a really good flash barrier. But
What's going on? Kaisa getting killed by the Blitzcrank. My goodness.
Fights are going on everywhere between all sides. The teleport's coming in from the Malzahar. They're going to look to chase down Tofu and Tofu and good guy Grant. And the Pike landing his hook, and the flash going down, the Ignite going onto the Pike, and nothing is going to be taking place without flash. Exhaust going in from Mumu. The bandage toss missed, but he was looking for something else. It doesn't look like he was going to get it though.
He wanted to flex his muscles. He wanted to make a statement that I am still in this game, and I am here, and I will show my dominance, no matter where I'm at or where I'm at. Looking at some of the tower platings, Quad City Banks does have the advantage on the platings, having well over 2k gold lead on chalk fights. Kale doing some nice damage on Garen. Garen ulting when Kale is well over half health. Very interesting. Ooh, Kale looking to dive, ulting, missing the ult on the Garen, but still getting the kill with the E. Ooh, Xin Zhao going down for a gank, getting the kill on Lucian. Looking to try to get that Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is a little too fast. Still getting this long, Blitzcrank flashing over the wall, getting away. Ooh, Lux is caught out. Ooh, getting the bind on Xin Zhao and getting away once again too.
Gonna pop that foresight vision so she can see who else is down in bottom lane. Amumu is still, he's level 4 now, I think. Yeah, he's level 4. Poncho is taking names, being able to get some farm into his belly. And Blitzcrank's kind of just looking to be greedy right now. He wants to take a little bit of CS. And bot lane's looking pretty good for Quad City Bank. They're able to get a lot of turret plating, which is a lot of gold. Blitzcrank landing a hook onto the Kaisa. He's going to knock her up, but no follow-up because Lucian's not even there.
Not even the tower would follow up on that hook. Lux barely missing the bind on the mouse, but would have only gotten rid of his passive. Kaisa doing some very large damage. Blitzcrank missing the hook. Pike landing the hook, getting the stun on the Blitzcrank, and the kill goes to Kaisa.
Really good play by Pike, landing that big hood and the stun at the same time, giving Kaisa the kill as well. And there was an ignite used from him from the King Alfred. So another hook's about to land onto the Lucian. He's gonna get the stun as well. Kaisa's gonna get the kill. Pike is actually gonna get that kill.
But with his passive, he will be sharing that gold with the Kaisa. Xin Zhao looking for a gank top lane, but Kale getting away, saying, "See you later. I gotta heal."
See you later. Oh wait, it's not alligator.
Unfortunately, no. Kale has been coming back with the CS and still has a kill up on Garen. Garen going in for a kill, but Kale just does so much damage at this point. Like I said earlier, I think Kale will be the way for them to win. If Kale can just snowball, Kale will go out of control and wipe their whole team. But that's only if Kale can get the CS and kills that she needs early on.
Alright. We could see that. And it looks like Malzahar from Quad City Bank did end up getting the first turret. So that's going to be a lot of gold onto him. And we're going to have to see a lot of QSSs from the side of Chalk Bites if they want to be able to nullify Malzahar's playstyle.
Ooh, looks like in the top lane, Malzahar and Xin Zhao are going in for a gank on the Kale, knowing that she's a threat. Ooh, she's trying to get out, but Malzahar should be able to land the ult. And that's probably going to be a dead Kale right there.
Oof. That's all I gotta say about that. And it looks like that Xin Zhao and Marsh Boy and Whom Dat Boy are both gonna push up to the top lane, try to get that tower before she can teleport back up on there.
Unfortunately, the turret plating is gone, so they will not be getting extra gold, but that will be the second tower for Quad City Bank.
And they're leading by, Quad City Bank have a good 6k gold lead at this point. And then at 16 minutes in, this is looking really good for them. I know how it can be really with the shutdown golds. The snowball can be nullified pretty well if there's gonna be a couple picks. And the double hook from Pike and Blitzcrank going down. Lucian's looking to try to get something out of it, but the invisible fastness is coming in. Kaisa's just gonna take a few hits, not gonna auto attack, use her Q a little bit, but she's gonna be chunked down as well.
Very interesting play for the coming around from the Kaisa, the pincer maneuver, but the other pincer wasn't there. Pike had run away.
A very scrappy fight, I do say so myself. And now Lux is here to steal some farm from the Lucian. She's going to keep on going. Blue team is going to summon the Rift Herald. Xin Zhao is summoning it in the mid lane, looking to get that tier 2
Oh, Lux
tower.
is in the bot lane, and Amumu is nowhere near there to be able to defend it. This is going to most likely be a free tower for QC Bank, adding more to the gold deficit. 7k gold difference.
It looks like there's going to be a lot of damage going on to the turret inhibitor as well, and nobody's responding at all.
Shark Bites are now going to the Rift Herald and taking it out.
Yeah, and the mid tower's inhibitor is already at half health, so this is going to be a very detrimental part of the game. Oh, and the
flashing over.
And getting the kill is Manky Boy onto the Tofu Dorito Weeb.
Fun names, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we got. Tofu Dorito Weeb.
And it looks like Blitzcrank's in trouble here too. But Xin Zhao able to picking up the Earth Drake. He's gonna initiate onto the Lux player. Barrier's gonna be popped. She still has flash. There we go, getting it popped. And she's not gonna land the snare, and he's gonna just land his abilities right onto her.
Well played by the Xin Zhao, dodging all those abilities, and Kale just absolutely destroying the Kaisa.
Jeez, what is that range?
It is, like I said, it's insane. She's insane. If she can just snowball, they have a chance of coming back, and I fully believe that. They just need to continue giving farm to Kale and allow Kale to get those kills. QC Bank going back to base to buy items and revive. Amumu defending the top lane, hopefully to try to get some levels. He is now level 6, so he will have that ultimate to be able to lock down some of those players. It's just very unfortunate, though.
It's very unfortunate that he's still only level 6 and he doesn't have an item under his belt yet other than shoes.
It's going to be a rough one for Amumu. It's still sitting at CS. Looks like Pike wants to go for a gank here mid lane. Slithering in. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Misses the hook.
Looking like a little bit of a WWE here. If he would have landed it, there would have been RKO right there, right then.
Malzahar would have landed the ult, and that would have been KO.
And it looks like the portrait is what I find fascinating is there's a portrait change on the mini map for Kale's appearance.
When she ascends, yes. When though you don't see it in the kill count, the CS count, and items count, it does change on the mini map to signify to the other players, hey, I'm ready to rock and I'm ready to go. I've ascended and I'm here to do some damage.
Very interessante. She has been doing quite a bit of damage for her team. I'm very interested to see how much damage she's going to be after this game is over with.
And I think at level 12 now, she is a fully ranged champion at this point, which will be very helpful to their team.
Oh yes.
Xin Zhao pushing up the top lane, allowing the creeps to go up there. Kale will be going into the top lane to stop that creep wave, while the rest of QC Bank is in the bot lane applying pressure. Shark Lights is going to have to respond to that. Garen in the mid lane, applying pressure there.
Every lane seems like they're being pressured right now. I mean, QC Bank don't have anything much to worry about. They have quite a bit of vision on the top side of the jungle, and they're able to push away anybody who tries to come in and secure some kills. Baron is up now. It's 20 minutes in. They could try to go for an early Baron at this point. They have a lot of waves shoved in for QC Bank, so they could do a lot with this. They have a lot of options, which is going on right now.
If they were to get a good team fight, get a kill or two, probably go for that Baron from there. They just need to look for that fight, I feel like, especially just take out the Moo. Well, why am I even saying that? Moo doesn't have spikes, so they don't even have to worry about that. He gets stolen from that Moo.
It's not even a 50-50. It should be 100% all the time for the Baron.
Oh, and it looks like we are starting a Baron on the QC Bank side. Truck lights will ward it. Doing a large amount. Kale needs to be careful of the positioning. They're backing up from Baron, hiding in that bush, waiting for the opportunity. They are smart not to kill. Ooh, I would not take out that ward because that just let them know that they are in there.
It didn't let them know. Yes, you're absolutely right. Now that they know where they're actually at, they can just do whatever they please.
They know not to go near that bush at all. If they just let that ward stay alive, they would have known a red ward is there, but they would have not known that they were still in that bush. Some playful banner going. Oh, Mumu flashing over the wall to get away from the Xin Zhao.
Xin Zhao could have gone for it. He had flash as well. I think I would have loved to see the fight going up with Mumu.
Maybe the Xin Zhao probably figured that it wasn't worth a flash to kill a Mumu. Not really worth the gold at this point, which is unfortunate to say, but looking at it statistically, wasn't worth a flash. Lux looking to try to get some damage on Xin Zhao, missing the Q. Oh, Malzahar going in. Lux is getting collapsed on.
She pops her barrier and she got the flash, and she's gonna get out. Wow, holy moly. She had 4 members on her and she was able to get away. Blitzcrank gonna land the hook onto the Blitzcrank, onto the Kaisa, and Chica Boss gonna be taking another kill. He's starting to snowball this lead.
Sitting at 189 CS, the highest out of anyone on this team.
Still no bounty.
Blue team will get an Ocean Drake. The jungle is very warded, so both sides are looking for the hooks just to start a fight. Both teams looking for fights to start. They're itching for a fight, and someone's cruising for a bruising.
And it looks like it might be chalk fights. I mean, they're still far behind. It looks like that they might be trying to catch up, and it's the gold lead's still only about 7,000 to 8,000 right now. I mean, it hasn't been like totally snowballed out of control. If Quad City Bank, however, does pick up the Baron, this game might be ended pretty soon afterwards, just because of how pushing power they have with Malzahar and Kaisa.
Like looking for a hook on this Lucian. He does get the hook, but backs off, knowing the Blitzcrank is there. Oh, Kaisa getting hooked by the Blitzcrank! Flashing, not going down.
Nothing coming out of it. I mean, actually the Ignite being taken away from the Blitzcrank and the flash from the Kaisa is going to be really detrimental for her. It looks like they could be going towards Baron here pretty soon. There's nothing really around the bot side of the jungle, so Quad City Bank is really split up between the two teams.
I feel if Malzahar, Xin Zhao, and Kaisa went for the Baron, they could solo it very easily. The high amount of damage that all 3 of those champions do, and 2 mountain drakes on their side as well. Looks like we'll be seeing a game going on to the Mumu from Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao having to back off. Ultimate's going out. Lux getting the kill on Xin Zhao. And the kill on Malzahar 2KO. Chica Boss. Very excellent counter jungling. What am I saying? That's not even counter jungling. That's just defending their jungle. Chica Boss with Kale sitting at a nice CS above everyone else, 205, starting to get that bounty on him. Sitting with a Nashor's and Rage Blade, getting a Blasting Wanda build into I don't know what just yet.
Me neither. Wouldn't you build more attack speed than ability power?
Normally you would, but I feel like this point, with the amount of attack speed that Chica Boss has on Kale, it's pretty much capped out, especially with Lethal Temple on it. being able to exceed that attack speed level.
Very true, but I would think that maybe you would go Wit's End to give more. So you could give Wit's End to Chica Boss and then give them more, degrade the magic resistance that is going on to the other team and give Lux more power overall.
Hook going on Pike. Pike dying to Nova. The ult are going out. KL ulted, Xinjiao ulted, Xinjiao.
Malzahar is going to get a kill onto the kill at a really detrimental point. Garen's going to go onto the Moo Moo and get another kill. Blitzcrank trying to land the hook, but nothing is going to come out of it. Kaisa has to run away because Lucian's full health and he's looking for a kill. Malzahar flash ulting onto the Lucian. Xinjiao going to hop right onto him. Heal and flash, but EMP is going to be able to kill the Lucian as well. And looks like they might be, Quad City Bank might be starting up the Baron.
They can 100% go for it. Lux, even though Lux does have a good chunk of health, does not have an ult. I think that will be Baron. Yes, that will be Baron for QC Bank there. Most likely they will recall, spend some gold. It looks like Xinjiao is going to push out the top lane. Very good. Apply some pressure there. This is not looking good for Chalkbites one bit. They are going to have to play it safe if they want to be able to survive and take the win. Like I've been saying, Kale is their key to victory. And this is the time to shine to show us that Kale can carry the team for them. Amumu finally hitting level 10. They will be clearing the jungle of wards and warding up Baron Pit, even though Baron will not be up for another 5 minutes.
What is this? What is this white girl shit?
That's always my stuff.
Rebirth.
Sorry to anyone who heard that we had some pranksters on the stream, it sounded like. Ooh. Garen getting caught out by Chalkbites. Garen trying so hard to get to that flip, flashes over the wall and dies solution. This will be a good catch out for them from that. Now Chalkbites will be able to go for the dragon. Infernal Drake on top of that too. Giving them the Infernal Drake will be more damage for them, which will help out tremendously. Malzahar pushing the top lane. Kale teleporting up to stop Malzahar, but with that Baron buff, it's going to be hard, and Xinjiao pushing the mid-lane is going to be very hard as well. Malzahar ult, and Xinjiao just goes on and decimates the Kale. Lux getting hooked. Pike missing the ult. Lux just standing there, accepting death.
And Xinjiao looking to 1v3. Amumu's going to land the ultimate, but Xinjiao's just way too strong. Malzahar's going to land his dot. Amumu and Blitzcrank and Lucian left to
the dot does kill and goes on to Amumu. I think that's going to be games, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's going to be, it looks like it's going to be game 1 going to Quad City Bank over Chalkbites.
Pike and Blitzcrank looking at each other for one last giggle. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. QC Bank taking the first game.
And that was a very, very
interesting game, especially from beginning to end.
Even in the champion selects, Mumu not taking smite in the beginning, it was very sad.
Let's turn that smile.
My God.
We were not able to see any power from Chalkbites through the jungle, and the lack of smite was very interesting. I got very worried that this was going to be the problem for them, and it ended up being their problem. And Kale did see, Chica Boss did end up doing really well on Kale, but was not able to carry them to a victory.
Yep, which is unfortunate. If Mumu was able to apply a bit more pressure, I think the Kale was snowballed out of control. It would have been an easy win for Chalkbites. But hopefully they can correct their mistakes from this game and go into the second game with, minds clear. Forget about the first game. Never happened, right?
Never happened.
Except on the scoreboard, unfortunately.
We go back, reset the mentality, and we will be coming back with you guys in about a few minutes. We're going to take a quick intermission.
your caster. It is your caster, Thano, along with my teammate, my lovely top lane, Hangman.
How's it
I'm not
going?
gonna let you talk at all. What do you think?
No.
You're going to say your own name? No way, Jose.
I'm just gonna leave now.
Well then, it looks like it's just me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, get back in here, Todd. So we're already in the already did the pick ban. Very interesting bans. Definitely a lot of the bans from the champions that we saw last game. Still seeing a few characters from last game as well, like the Lucian, the Garen. I think those are the only two. Yeah, those are the only two. Some characters that were banned last game, like Orianna and Morgana, have been picked this time. Right now, we're going to be just talking about the champs and some of the bans as they get all set up here now. So, we saw the Kayn ban last game, and they didn't ban it this time, and now they're playing it. I will definitely be interested to see.
How does that make you feel there, being a Kayn main and all?
It definitely makes me feels bad, man. But you know what? I want to see some high-level Kayn play from the jungler. I know QC Bank had a very excellent Xin Zhao, and I hope that translates well to their Kayn play.
I'm really liking the Jarvan Orianna comp going on here.
Yes.
Great way to deliver the ball and use that ulti.
Yep. And Jarvan being able to lock them in there for an extra CC lock-in with the Orianna ball. And then you have Morgana on top of it. They are just, Chalkbites is going for basically an all-out CC comp, minus Lucian and Nasus.
Words are hard, ain't they?
They are hard. Especially when you got weird name champions. QC Bank going for that high kill potential with the Vel'Koz, Garen, Misfortune, and Kayn.
Yep, you guys are good to go. You guys are good to go.
We will be transitioning into the champion select now, where they will be picking what they had picked in the champ pick and ban selection. I know words are very hard for me.
Just, you can't speak them anymore.
I can't. I've been casting for I need to retire after casting today. After one day of casting, I need to retire. So they're going to be doing what we've already seen on their pick and bans, and then we'll have a little delay, and then we'll be getting into the game. So what do you hope to? What did you think of the first game?
As a Garen main, I was kind of disappointed in Garen not putting enough pressure on the kill. There was some more he could have done, but overall he played it pretty well without any jungle pressure.
Xin Zhao was up there a few times, but could never really lock down a kill until Malzahar came.
Yeah,
Seems
only
like
when Malzahar came in.
Seems like I had that messed up, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not that's why.
So we like I said, they're going to be doing their pick and bans, and then we'll get into it after a 3-minute delay. Again, technical difficulties. I apologize for that. So, very interesting. We'll see here. It'll be interesting to see which king decides to go, be it red or blue. He could go either or, really, especially with Nasus and Jarvan on the enemy team.
I'd prefer to see a red Kayn. That'd make much more sense.
Especially with the QC Banks team being very not, front forward heavy, with the Rakan and Garen being the only real pressure or front line that they have.
And Rakan ain't very tanky to be with that.
He goes in, he does his little dance, and then he gets out.
Either that or he dies a horrible, horrible death.
That too. So what do you think is going to be the win condition for both teams, starting with Chalkbites?
I'm thinking the Nasus, pressuring with Nasus splitting top lane with them. He'd be a great split pusher with that team. And if the Jarvan and Orianna can really chain their combo together, that would be an automatic win
in team
condition
fights
for them. Yes.
I agree with that. Along with the Morgana landing some good ults. How do you think the bot lane is going to play out with that Morgana Lucian versus Rakan and Misfortune?
I favor the Lucian Morgana. There's a Black Shield for Morgana, and Lucian is such an early game ADC that it's hard to beat when you got good Morgana.
Yep. I think so. On the QC Bing side, it's very obvious that the win conditions are going to be from Misfortune and Vel'Koz. Obviously, those two being the only real carries. But if Kane does decide to go blue, that could be very helpful against stuff like Orianna, Morgana, and Lucian getting in, doing some nice poke damage, or bursting them all in one go. So hopefully, we can see some spicy plays from that hook Kane if he does go blue Kane.
What do you think the overall win condition for Quad City Bank is?
Overall,
Is it the Kane or is it the Misfortune and Vel'Koz? What do you think will be a factor?
I think the deciding factor will be if QC Bank can dodge a lot of those big ults from Chalk Bites, the CC chain from Jarvan and Orianna and Morgana. If they can deny those or not get CC'd super hard, they have a high chance of winning. Though QC Bank has shown that they are the dominant force in this so far, leading one up from Chalk Bites. But I think with the team comps, Chalk Bites does have the advantage in this.
What do you think the Jarvan will do? A tank Jarvan or an AD Jarvan?
We'll have to see his runes and masteries when we get into the game. Personally, I think he'll just go the standard electrocute, do some high bruiser damage Jarvan instead of tanky. I don't think he will get the Cinder Hulk smite at all. The AoE flame.
He's going to probably go warrior.
Yep.
Into most likely a Titanic.
Yep.
If I were him.
But I know you also play Nasus. What do you think the Nasus will be doing? I've seen some interesting plays with the Nasus, a few builds here and there with Arcane Comet and AP Nasus. Do you think we could see something like that tonight? Something fun, something out there?
I find it doubtful, especially going into a Garen lane. I'm thinking he's just going to play it safe.
Something like Grasp then, most likely?
Most likely. I still prefer the Klepto on Nasus, but Grasp is the current meta for him.
About a minute and 40 seconds until we actually get into the game ourselves. I know the players have already started the game. I can hear them fiercely clicking away, trying to get set up. Do you think we'll see any early invades at all with something like Morgana at all?
I would like to see an early invade from Morgana. Great early invade. 3-second stun from her Q, level 1, and you could just can't
Very
beat
strong.
that.
Although we did not see it from the Blitzcrank last time, so maybe they won't. I do want to see it. I feel like they need some of that early pressure to, really capitalize on what they've been lacking.
Get their comps started, get it rolling early.
Apparently we have someone in the crowd cheering for TSM. I don't think they're on the roster tonight, unfortunately.
Although that'd be fun to see if they were.
That would be fun to see TSM take on a team like Chalk Bites.
Yeah.
I think it'd be very close, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think it would be.
No.
30 seconds now, ladies and gentlemen. The anticipation is just killing me. I hate having to wait for this, not knowing what is going on in that early game right off the bat, but we will shortly see here any second now.
All you hear is a furious clicking of the two teams. Another 10 seconds to go.
We will have a countdown here momentarily. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Ooh, he's going Dark Harvest Jarvan. He's going for a pressure.
Nasus is going with the grasp to be safe. Conqueror Kane implies he will be going Red Kane this game.
It's looking like everyone's just going out in a defensive pattern, and there's no early cheese invade to speak of.
Ooh, looking like Oriana getting some poke on that Kane. Belkov is going to do some damage as well, saying, "Hey, get away from my Kane. He's my buddy."
Looks like it'll be a blue side start for the Jarvan and a red side chicken start for Kane.
Very common for Kane players to start the chickens. Very easy for them to start that queue and just take chickens out easily.
2 Qs and you're done.
It'll be interesting to see if he starts chickens, goes red, and then goes to Krug doing a full clear. I know as a Kane player myself, that's what I tend to do. I tend to start solo red buff myself, and then go to Krugs, into chickens, into the River Scuttle, and then from there I tend to gank, look from that early gank to get early form change. We'll see what happens here tonight.
Towards red.
Interesting to start off with chickens. He didn't pull it out to get some of that extra healage that he could get from the chickens, so he will be a bit behind. Let's see how some of the other ones are starting off.
Looking like the Jarvan may do an early gank up top. Or he's possibly invading on that Kane on the right side.
Oh, seeing the flash go out. Kane getting away. Interesting, Kane was not in combat, so he's able to get away easily with his E.
But it's a great invade by the Jarvan early on.
Very early. That will put a plan, Kane's plan. Well, looks like he's just going to go straight for the River Scuttle. Let's check out some of the other lanes here, see what's going on, what's happening. Morgana looking for that bind, missing. Ooh,
Good black shield by the Morgana.
Very nice. Some damage still going up. Looks like Jarvan was in the top lane. Nothing happened though, just to say hello to his friendly neighborhood Nasus.
Doesn't look like he's taking that scuttle in the top either.
Meanwhile, Kane is stealing the red buff from the Jarvan.
This is a very smart play by the Kane here.
And warding the jungle too. This is very good for Kane after that invade by Jarvan. Being able to counter jungle and steal this will put Jarvan behind just a little bit.
Those chickens are worth so much early on for experience. It's super helpful for your jungle.
We could see Kane go for a gank mid lane here. Oriana is out of position, or is pushed up, but he is just going to go into his own jungle, and looks like he's going to go for the blue buff. Misfortune recalling in the bot lane here. Gotta go back and most likely buy some items.
Can't have too much gold or this early on though, so. Looks like the Jarvan's back up top lane again, trying to help his Nasus out in the lane. Always nice to have a friendly jungle helping up in top lane.
You got something to say to me, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay. I see how it is.
Hint of all hints. Ooh, some good poke on that Oriana.
Ooh, Morgana landing a bind on the combat. Doesn't seem like there was any follow-up at all.
Now we just get into the good old farm phase.
And poke.
Never forget about that poke.
It's like, oh, Vel'Koz is going. Oh, misses up the
that
Q.
minion block though. Rakan's going in mid lane. Ooh, drops ignite. Gets an auto. And ooh, Oriana lives with just a sliver of health.
Oh, flashes the emote to say, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Looks like Garen and Nasus are going to be high-fiving each other with their Q, saying, hey there. I know we're both farming, but...
Can't forget about me.
long-awaited farming phase. Just so I'll farm it out here. Kane might be looking for a deep top lane. Kane coming in with the E. Oh, Smite goes out to slow down the Nasus. Ooh, very slow. Kane is going to steal the kill from Garen, even though Garen had to ignite on him. That is first blood on Kane. It will be very nice. Ooh, Rakan going in! No Black Shield until later after the knockup.
And split focus on that will return just a little damage. That's about it.
After a gank like that, Kane probably got a lot of red essence to be able to go red Kane, so we should be seeing a red Kane here fairly shortly, which will spice up the game very much.
Good Q pokes by their con right there.
See what everyone's up to right now. Looks like Kane is going to go for another invade, seeing that the blue buff is almost up.
It looks like everyone on Quad City Bank has a small CS lead over their counter in the lane.
QC Bank does have the gold lead as well, almost 2k in gold. Ooh, Misfortune getting some nice damage off. Ooh, what is this going on over here? Kane is going to have to back off from the blue buff as he was getting collapsed on by Nasus, Jarvan, and Orianna. But it looks like Garen's here to back him up. Are we going to see a little tussle go on the top lane? Probably not, unfortunately. Ooh! Ooh, Kane!
Orianna's there with her ball. Ooh,
having to
Kane
flash
having to
over.
Flash.
Ooh, Garen getting caught out though. But because of all his movement reduction. Ooh!
There goes the Orianna. This should be good kill on the Garen.
My goodness, that took a long time for that Garen to go down just to show how tanky and how beefy he is early on. It looks like Jarvan is going to look for this Kane in the jungle, knowing when his red buff is up since he was there earlier. Kane's still doing it. Ooh, and the smite kill. Jarvan going in! Kane does not have a flash, and Jarvan knows that. Oh my goodness, but the damage!
Doing damage.
Kane will be trying to look for that kill on Jarvan, but I'm pretty sure Jarvan will be able to get away.
Nasus comes in to help him. He should be really close to his red King form now, because he's been getting a lot of red orbs.
Ooh! Will the Orianna flashing and getting away. And the fight starts to break out in the top lane, nothing's going on. What happened there?
Ooh, Jarvan's getting a little health here. One more hit could have been the end for him.
Earlier in that fight between Jarvan and Kane, it was interesting. Kane had just hit level 6, and as soon he could have gotten a kill, but Jarvan flashed away. Oh, Rakan flashing and missing, but oh, it's enough.
Look like it matters.
Morgana missing the Q. Unfortunately, able to get away. Kane was too far away to ult that Jarvan earlier in the jungle, so that's why he was not able to secure the kill. Sure, he could have maybe gone back into it, but he probably feared the Nasus from showing up.
But you always have to be wary of that Nasus.
Uh-oh.
Good poke.
Ooh, that flash going out. Oh! Uh-oh, Morgana ulting. Rakan having to get out. Just poking. Oh, Kane coming down. Oh, landing the slow. Ulting on the Morgana. Will he be able to get the kill? Ooh, the heal goes out. And he gets the kill. Looks like a fight's breaking out mid lane, but nothing's going to happen there.
Meanwhile, top lane, Garen and Nasus are just poking each other for the fun of it.
Jarvan looked like he wanted to go for a gank mid lane, but now he's going to go bot lane knowing that Kane was just there. Oh, they do know that Jarvan was there. They're going in. Kane using his Q to extend his E. Go and get a little poke damage on that Jarvan. At this point, I feel Kane should have enough to go change, so he should be heading back to base now to get that form change.
But would it be blue Kane, since his last orbs would have been from Morgana?
Well, we will have to see, especially with the changes to his passive. It looks like Kane is not changing. Ooh, clicking on Kane and looking at his buffs, we can see he does have Blue Kane available, and he is not going to go Blue Kane, so he is going to have to wait that 4 minutes for the Red Kane. But if he does get some nice damage onto some melee champions, he can decrease that time on the Red Kane.
I did not know that was part of this change. That'd be nice to know. Looking like this Nats is starting to pull off a small CS lead over here.
Interesting game going off, but he did not have his E to knock up the Morgana. Rakan doing all that he can to defend her, going onto Rakan. Meanwhile, Kane is able to kill the Lucian.
There's a double kill for Talk Bites.
Kane had to get out of there because of the Orianna. Fight going on top lane again. Nothing really much going on top lane. It's top lane usually this static time?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I
All
wouldn't know.
day, every day.
I wouldn't know. I normally don't gank that lane.
I know.
Looks like Chunk Bites here will be going for a dragon here. Kane will be looking to get some damage, maybe try to go for a steal there. Vel'Koz helping out as much as he can. Can Kane get the kill? Oh, he does not get the steal, but he will get the kill on Jarvan. And they will get the kill on Orianna as well, and Morgana. Ooh.
This Kane is starting to get real scary.
He's
Up
being
with 5
real
kills. Almost wanted him to go Blue King now.
I know, this would have been still a very good time to go Blue King, but with the rune page that he picked, it's very hard for Blue King to activate the Conqueror, or it would be useless. Trust me, I've tried it. I've tried it. Garen doing some nice damage to that Nasus, able to shred his armor like nothing, like butter.
So with Nasus rework, small rework, getting a buff to his passive, he just does not die. He can farm all day long.
Really?
With that lifesteal.
My goodness. Kane's still not able to change into his red form yet, which is very unfortunate.
Looks like Jarvan's coming in to gank this top, but Kane's right up at the truck.
Oh,
Could come in.
fight's breaking out bot lane too. Will Kane be going to help defend the Garen? Does not look like he is doing Krugs still. He just finished Krugs. Going back to the bot lane, see what's going on here. Binding going out and missed. I feel like that King could have easily helped that Garen turn around that fight, but I guess those Krugs were that important. He does have a true mentality of a jungler, not helping out that top lane.
Let's ignore that top lane.
My goodness, Misfortune getting the ult kill on Lucian. Lucian just standing in there, taking the hail of bullets.
Oh!
Still getting the kill on Morgana. Orianna barely alive. If Rakan wanted to do something spicy, now is the time. Looking for that kill, but he's going to have to back off.
Unfortunate for the Rakan.
Looks like Law Lanes will have to reset not right now. Vel'Koz pushing the mid lane very hard. Will we see him get that tower? Unfortunately, no. He is going to have to back off from that. Going back to top lane for more farming action. Jarvan getting his red buff, maybe go into the bot lane to help apply some pressure there, or to the mid lane, because Vel'Koz is going to get that first tower.
Looks like Kane's stooping up for his top lane, possibly looking for a gank on this Nasus.
The Nasus is also waiting for something. I don't see any wards anywhere, so he must be waiting for the wave to push up. Oh, King going in!
And he is Red King now.
Oh, he is Red King. Misses the knockout. I think that Nasus will be able to get away because of that, unfortunately.
Big thing to think of, only 15 minutes in, there is a 5k gold lead by Quad City Bank, but this Kane alone is worth 950 gold shut.
Ooh, Kane going back and getting the knockout. Ignite going out along with Flash. Kane ulting, getting another nice chunk up and finishing him off with the Q. Kane going to have to flash
now, and
away.
there's Jarvan,
Oh,
Q,
ready to.
Q,
Oh,
and he gets
Oriana.
it. Ooh, Oriana there.
Both there to greet Kane, saying hello, how you doing?
And that ult comes down, and
Nothing
gets
happens
nothing.
out of that. Ooh, Morgana binding going on the Rakan. Ooh, Lucian ult going out. Big damage on Rakan, but not being able to secure the kill. Morgana still waiting for the kill.
Ooh, a miss on that Q. Make sure Misfortune can get out safe. Jarvan coming back top on this Garen.
You're not going to be able to fight the Garen, he knows that.
You're just going for say, hello, I'm here.
Hey, how you doing? Would you like to buy some milk, neighbor?
And this Rakan sticking down bot lane.
Along with the Morgana. Morgana is looking kind of low right now.
Looks like we're back to our nice good old farm fest.
Farming Simulator 2K19. That's what we're seeing here right now, ladies and gentlemen.
And as an Nasus, it's all you want. Ooh, looks like this Jarvan may be picked out as he's getting
Big damage done. Is
Oriana ult, and
very good that they pushed out because now that will allow QC Bank to be able to go for a dragon uncontested. Jarvan it does have to leave, but it looks like they will not be going for the dragon as Oriana, Lucian, and Morgana are still there, unfortunately.
and it looks like it is Windrake number 2, and as we all know, Windrake best Drake.
Windrake for the win.
Looks like this Nasus is coming in mid lane. Looks like they're all prepping for a fight around this Drake.
Oh gosh, trying to get some poke damage onto the Nasus, but can't seem to land anything. Nasus just looks like there is a fight breaking out over here. A bit of a scuffle. Jarvan all going out. Rakan getting caught out. Ooh, but he's able to dash to his allies. Kane
Nice
knocking the ball,
W by Kane.
but does not go in and allows Misfortune to take a huge chunk of damage. Kane, oh, Kane getting hit by the bind. The Kane goes down. Lucian all going out. That was very unfortunate. Kane
Oriana's starting to be in trouble. He keeps picking up kill after kill.
Kane did have ult up, so I'm surprised he did not go into a knockup into Q into ult to be able to get health back and do more damage. Maybe even
And
kill
not
it.
take any.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
But Chalk Bites do secure their second win trade.
They are going to be running at the speed of sound.
Meanwhile, Garen is pushing up top lane. Looks like he got a tower up there. Something to keep an eye on. Oriana is the villain for the Garen, so if that Garen does get on that Oriana, his ult will do true damage.
And that could be very helpful for them. For QC Bank to get the kill on that Oriana, as she is now leading the team in kills. Almost tied for CS with Nasus. Velka still doing very well in the mid lane though. Going up to top lane, going to have to poke off that Garen. Looks like there might be a fight for the Rift Herald here.
But Oriana, Nasus, and Jarvan
Ooh,
go
Velka's
at it,
getting
and
caught out
Velka's
and
caught
having a
out.
flash.
Kane's coming in here.
Nothing's going on down the bot lane right now. It looks like there was a bit of a scuffle, but Misfortune going, looks like a...
Ooh, Misfortune backstepping there and get caught by Morgana Q.
What are you doing, Misfortune? You were running away and then you were like, hey,
Nah, I got this.
I got this. With arms wide open, you walked right back into them. Very, very tenacious play.
Khan's sitting on the side, just waiting for the perfect time to come in.
Ooh, Garen getting caught out. Ooh, Vel'Koz putting high damage onto the Orianna, looking for her still. Can't see her in the Fog of War, unfortunately.
Ulting in, but does not look like...
Orianna accidentally pushes herself backwards. Orianna! Will she be able to live? Oh my good, living with a
Orianna
sliver
gets out.
even after that huge misplay.
That is one of the luckiest Oriannas I have seen.
Ooh, Kayn going in. Ooh, flash shield, but it's not enough to stop the Kayn damage.
Looks like they're going in on this Lucian.
They're just fishing for kills here.
Here comes the Vel'Koz to help out with that.
Ooh.
And the Garen comes in to kill steal.
Ooh, barely living from that turret. Kayn looking for the cards, going onto the Orianna. Orianna just running past Kayn into the Garen. Garen doesn't do anything.
He just walks away too.
And then
Kayn's taking a lot of damage there.
Kayn does not have his ult right now. Oh no, yes he does. He just used it there to gain some health back. Rakan dying for the sake of the team.
Support. Way to play from
Vel'Koz getting an ult kill on J4. Redemption coming down, getting the kill on Vel'Koz.
Now that is how you use a redemption.
That's how you redeem your team.
Everyone's just going to go back to their respective lane and start farming it out once again.
Nasus will be going top lane to stop that push and get some more farming on his Q. How many stacks is he sitting at right now? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if that's an accurate stack count. If I'm reading that correctly, it says 37.
I'm certainly hoping it is not.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not either. Maybe it's a 390 and it's not showing then?
Yeah, maybe we're missing a
digit there.
Yeah.
I'm certainly hoping so.
Yikes! That's a big oof, ladies and gentlemen, if that's the case.
Looks like they'll start posing around this Drake as it's about to spawn.
It is a mountain Drake, so that will help out greatly with Baron and tower kills.
I was really hoping for a third wind Drake.
No, I know. Going fast. Speedo Sonic. That's Speedo Sonic. Jarvan looking to go. Oh, ulting in, getting major damage. The Orianna.
That is what I wanted to see.
That is what we want to see. That is going to be a free dragon kill for Chalk Bites right there. Very nice combination between the J4 ult and the Orianna ult. Shut down completely. They could, now with this dragon, if they wanted to, they could go for a Baron kill right now, I feel like.
Looks like they may either go for that or pressure in the mid lane and get that tower. But meanwhile, Nasus is going to have to stop Garen in top lane.
Lucian and Morgana are going to go for the bot lane tower. Oh, actually, the first tower is down. My bad, ladies and gentlemen.
And with that Drake, gold is down to 1.2k.
Yeah.
So it's almost negligible. I can't speak either today.
It's neck and neck, we'll say that.
Yeah. Looks like Nasus is going to split top for now. Meanwhile, everyone else is grouping up on the blue side.
Rakan looking for that J4, even ulting to hunt him down. Kayn Wing the blue buff on my screen. That was Fog of War, so it looked like he just W'd nothing.
Sometimes you just gotta assert your dominance on it.
Nasus
Meanwhile,
going to
Nasus is going to take that top lane turret.
How many stacks is he? He's sitting at 44 stacks now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm thinking there's has to be another digit behind that there.
I don't know. The more and more this game goes on, I don't think there is. I genuinely believe that he's just at 44 stacks. Very interesting though, because he does have 168 CS.
Although that math don't quite work out. You either get 3 or you get 12. And that's 8 off from when we said, so unless I can't math.
I just think Nasus hasn't been landing any Qs. Yeah. Which is very unfortunate.
I mean, that is how you play Nasus. Can you land your Q?
Oh, Morgana landing the bind, but no one there to follow up, unfortunately.
Looks
They're
like
all hiding in the
blue
bush
sides.
that is warded. They're going to be sitting on this ward.
That is definitely feels bad.
Vel'Koz getting some.
Morgana,
Ooh!
almost landing that Q on the MF. Morgana's just fishing for these Qs.
Jarvan going in, ulting, getting the Vel'Koz and Misfortune going down. Vel'Koz ulting, Redemption going out. Another kill. Morgana going down, J4 going down.
Nasus is just sitting there in the middle of all of them, just trying
Oh!
to Rakan.
Gets the Q kill on Rakan. Maybe that gave him a few more stacks. Well, it only gave him 1 stack, I guess. What?
I'm thinking it's bugged.
It has to be bugged. Because I thought a champion kill gave at least 12.
It gives 12.
Then why did it go from 44 to...
45
Yeah.
is math.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
This is coming from an engineer major. It's because math.
Looks like we'll be seeing a Baron from QC Bank here. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I stutter. Today, Junior.
But they're looking like they have them to back off since they don't quite have the DPS to take that down yet.
Looking to catch someone out. I don't know if Garen's the right choice to try to pick someone out from this.
It looks like they're all just grouping around mid. Maybe we can see that good old ARM mid.
Mm-hmm. And see some of those fantastic plays that Orianna and Jarvan have been doing together with both of their ults. Looking to set stuff up here.
And that's finally coming back mid lane after pushing out bot lane a little bit.
Garen almost, Jarvan here almost looks like he's ready to tower dive, but I don't think that's a. Ooh, Morgana landing a bot lane.
All that is now is ARM with Vel'Koz and Morgana. Ooh, there goes Jarvan.
Jarvan going in.
Orianna.
Another Orianna!
Three-man
Oh my goodness!
You know, this Nats taking everything to the face and not caring.
Redemption going out to heal everyone on their team. Oh, big damage going out on the Misfortune from Nasus.
Orianna is doing amazing ball control, just zoning off the enemy team.
She knows how to work that ball. Jarvan dying for 2 kills, I think that was worth it, but unfortunately they weren't able to do much. Oh, but they are pushing mid
that
lane.
Tower. That is worth it if they do get this tower.
And that goes down to tier 2 tower for mid lane.
Looking like Nast is at 53 stacks?
51 stacks.
51 stacks. That's a whole bunch of stacks.
I guess, let's see here. With the Jarvan down, I don't think they wanted to go for Baron there. And Kayn still up, it could have been an easy smite.
It looks like they're heading towards Dragon as of now.
Is this another wind drake? Oh, it is a
Wind
third
Drake.
wind drake.
Wind Drake.
Hopefully Chalkbites can get it so they can zoom around the map. But looks like QC Bank will be starting. This could be an easy break for them to get. Try to mash them in speed. Oh, Dragon is resetting. It did not reset completely.
And that's a Drake for Kayn.
Oh, see
Going
some
in on
action going on.
Garen.
Rakan. Oh my goodness, Ness is going
big
down.
damage.
Jarvan ulting in and getting the kill on Misfortune. This Misfortune cannot catch a break at all from this J4. Orianna got caught out.
And she is gone. J4 may have just given up his own life to try and
Oh
save
my
her.
goodness. And
Vel'Koz
that's,
ult comes down, and that's a kill.
this could be a Baron now for QC Big. They are only missing Misfortune. They do have enough damage, I feel, to take it out with the Kayn and Garen.
They have enough tank to tank it long enough to definitely.
And with
take this
J4
thing
down and only Misfortune and Lucian up, they can't contest this.
That great will start it up.
Vel'Koz starting up, taking some damage. Not as much damage as I thought they'd be doing, but still a nice chunk. Vel'Koz taking the Honeybee flank to get some health back.
MF is coming around here, and that will do the damage they need to take this down quickly.
Very
But
nice.
looks like
Morgana's going to try to
coming
steal.
in.
Nope. He's too high of health on that. Going to Misfortune and Rakan are going to say, hey, back off, Morgana and Lucian.
What is Baron health at?
Oh, Rakan getting
gets
one-shotted. Oh my goodness. Could Nessus... Oh, no, Kayn will just...
Kayn does secure the Baron, but at what cost?
Oh my goodness, they're going down like dominoes right after getting the Baron.
That's 3 down.
With only leaving Garen and Vel'Koz, the only 2 with Baron. I don't think it's worth it now because now they'll be able to get some free pushing in the mid lane and top lane.
They were smart. They could group bot and get that secondary tower now, and that could really push in.
No one going to top lane. Oh, Lucian went top lane. I see the red team has that pushed in with minions, so Lucian has to fight and push that out.
Looks like Nasus is going bot lane, and we'll try and get that tower along with Jarvan.
Yep. Garen coming around, along with the Vel'Koz. Are they going to hunt for this kill? This is a very large chase. They should have backed off moments ago.
Yeah. Looks like it'll just be a partial reset for the Cog Bites. They go and spin their gold.
Gold difference still isn't very big. Both still neck and neck. Both.
They're within 1,000 gold of each other, so.
And it's both 20-20 on kills.
But the Chalk Bites do have 2 more towers in Quad City Bank.
Yes, they
so
do.
With this Baron, if they can group and push these towers, they can get a little bit more gold
Change
in their
that
pocket.
deficit.
Looks like we're going to be grouping here in the mid lane, trying to get that Baron pushes. Clearing out the division in the top jungle. And the Khan goes in on that Jarvan. Jarvan misses the EQ. Kayn pushing in. Ooh, Orianna ult and Vel'Koz ult. Both used.
Ooh, Garen all going on the Morgana. She goes down. The only one left alive is Nasus having to flash away.
That was an unfortunate caught out by Jarvan there.
We will see the pressure from the mid lane with Baron. This is going to be very, very bad for Chalk Bites.
This could very well be an inhibitor.
It could be. They have 13 seconds until J4 is up. Nasus is the only last champion defending the castle. And that tower goes down like nothing.
This will be an inhibitor for the Fuzzy Bank. They're starting to pull that gold lead back out.
Yep. Is now almost... It is a 4K gold difference now. My goodness, QC Bank just leading the charge now. It was neck and neck there for a little bit, and then they put the brakes on whatever Chalk Bites wanted to do.
It looks like they will start going around Dragon here, trying to clear some of that vision out.
The Elder Drake is up in a few seconds right now. Chalk Bites could look to get it to try to decrease the deficit between the two teams.
Looks like they'll be trying this push strat once again.
Oh,
We're
getting
gonna
the
land on
bind.
their Q.
Garen getting out of it.
Unfortunately, with Garen's passive, any poke you do on him
Means
basically
nothing.
means nothing. And it looks like he's building to be one tanky boy. Red side's coming down here.
Jarvan giving away.
Oh,
He gets
that's
a
a 5-man ult into Oriana 4-man ult.
My goodness, major damage going on to J4. J4 barely living. Vel'Koz's going down. J4 going down.
J4, but this Nasus is just going ham
He's
on
beast
this
mode.
team.
Garen able to get away, coming up from behind, doing some nice damage. Oh, but it goes down to the Morgana.
Looks like this will be a free Elder Drake for
Chalk
the Chalk
Bites.
Bites.
Shark Bite's just doing amazing things, going for that Elder Drake.
This win condition in Nasus is definitely coming through now. He's fully online.
Reducing the gold deficit again. Only 2k gold difference now. And the Elder Drake goes to Chalk Bite.
Chalk Bites are even in time to save their Nexus turrets from the super minion push.
My goodness. Oh, those towers took a beating. Let's see how many stacks Nasus is working with right now. Almost 600 if we're going off the fact that we are missing a 0. Unless they've completely changed how the stacks work, and that's just what it displays now.
Last I played, it still should display in full, but it could just be our spectator.
Right. Oh, cursed spectator mode screwing us over.
Looks like they're going to position around Baron now.
Trying to get some vision set up there from the Scuttle Crab. They are seen in the
by
bug.
the vision plant.
Nasus wanted to go in and fight. He wants to go in, show off his Super Saiyan 3, you know, just... Unfortunately, he does not have the Lunar Guardian skin that does give him Super Saiyan 3.
I do love that skin.
Very nice skin. Otherwise, but we just have Raid Boss Snoop Dogg in this one.
Looks like they will 5-man push this mid now. They are very strong with the triple elder.
They have closed, once again closed the gold deficit, almost neck and neck with it, once again. Looking for anyone they can catch out at all.
Looks like the Rakan is slightly caught out here though.
Oh,
And with double Wind Drake, they are extremely fast trying to catch him, run him down.
they're looking for him, but it looks like he got away into the top line.
Meanwhile, Jarvan going in trying to ult that Vel'Koz. Thankfully he had Flash to get out of that. It looks like they'll once again go mid lane and start trying to push that out against the super minion wave. If I were them, I would be posing around Baron, which looks like what they're doing now.
Using a sweep to see if there's any wards at all. There is one in the Baron pit, but they are not going to take it out. They're just going straight to the Baron.
And they are shredding this Baron extremely quick.
Even with one... Oh, Rakan
Rakan
flashing
goes
in
in.
with the ult.
Good.
King going
Oh.
in. Misfortune ulting the Baron.
And
King gets the Baron.
and ults. And looks like King will get out alive. Looks like it was just a 1-for-1 and a Baron steal, which is completely worth it.
My goodness, very, very nice plays from the QC Bank on that end. Chalk Bites couldn't commit to the Baron kill.
It'll be interesting to see what lane Quad City Bank pushes with this Baron. I'm guessing mid lane. They do have an open inhib that they could push and get relatively
I think they might be pushing the bot lane since that tower is still up there. And the minion wave
Both
is
towers
pushing.
are up there.
Yep.
Be a cheap, easy way to get a little more gold in their pockets.
Looks like in response to them, Misfortune and Belka pushing bot lane, they will, Truck Lights will push the mid lane.
So MF and Belka should just get that tower and then get out as soon as they can.
Looks like Chalk Fight had a disagreement on whether or not to go bot or not. It looks like they're going to commit to mid still.
And that tower does go down to the minions, which they do get some gold, but they miss out on their local gold. Garen is pushing top meanwhile.
Backing off now in time with the help of Baron buff. He will be able to get that out of there with no issue whatsoever.
Ghana hitting the Q on the Rakan. Rakan goes in,
And
and he gets out.
Redemption going out onto QC bench from Chalk Fights. Landing the bomb and getting some nice damage on Garen, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
Like Oriana's near full build. Looks like all she's going to want to do now is get a death cap to top it off. That her ults with Jarvan ult will really start doing some damage. Hawkbites will do a 5-man mid push. Meanwhile, Quad City Bank will have a 4-1 with Garen splitting in the top while they try and defend the 4 and Baron buff.
A lot of poke damage trying to go up, but nothing really landing at all.
Meanwhile, Garen's at the top tower and pushing. Hawkbites have no one to answer him. He could get a very good push on this next
He can get a
turret.
yes,
Meanwhile,
he can.
Elder Drake is about to come up.
Looks like a fighter's breaking out. Rakan going in. Morgana going down. Rakan almost went down, but he's able to get out just in time. G4 ulting. Oh my goodness.
MF is just shredding that whole team.
Nass is trying to find someone to kill while Garen
Meanwhile,
is going
Garen
for
is
the
getting the
end.
end hits.
Oh, Garen can continue to push with no issue at all.
That's going to be 2 free end hits for this Garen.
Ooh,
Garen.
He's
Garen's
Garen,
gonna
you can commit to that.
Just commit to that.
Just get it and then you can get out. Nasus
Easy.
ain't gonna be touching you so much, and now you're free. You even have stairs. Meanwhile, QC Bank is going to be going
Elder
Elder
Drake.
Drake.
It is only a 1 dragon Elder Drake, but it still helps. The second Elder Drake you get is ramped up from the first.
They also did, the minions did get one of the Nexus towers as well, which is very nice for the QC Bank. And once again, making a big gold difference between the two. Mortal 4K gold difference.
And Quad City Bank does end up getting that Elder Drake free. That is always a feel-good moment. If I were them, I would just go reset and push down bot lane.
Get all 3 in the game, and let the minions do the rest.
Get all 3 inhibs, go get Baron, and just sit back and watch.
Enjoy the fireworks.
Like they'll have 3 in the bot lane, Baron splitting in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Nasus
Lucian,
both on top. This is going to be a secondary turret in bot lane, for sure.
looks like Game is recalling at full health. Not sure why he's going back to base when they could easily continue to push
Yeah.
and even get kills in team fights.
Did he have enough to finish an item?
That must have been because it looks like, as it looks right now, Kane is full build. He finished, it looks like he finished his death dance.
He's going to be really hard to kill and burst down now.
Yes, he is. Looks like they're looking for a fight in the bot side jungle.
Looks like they're just gonna pose around this bot lane and push in this bot lane.
Looking for anything at all.
A good 5-man push by the Quad City Bank.
Morgana landing a... Ooh, nice damage on Vel'Koz. Going after Redemption, one against it, just to get a little bit of damage. Not really worth it in my opinion. Morgana really likes throwing out those Redemptions just for a small bit of damage that doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
I mean, they got 1 kill with it, so might as well go for that
That
second.
is very true.
Chalk Whites keep pushing these waves out and clearing them rather well.
QC Bank looking for any way to get in and just finish this game. They're hungry to finish it. Fights breaking out in bot lane, nothing just leading to pokes. Morgana landing a Q on Kane. Not much can be done. That Kane is too tanky for any poke damage to be worthwhile.
Meanwhile, it looks like they're going to go and pick that Baron, really push in these waves to put the final knife in the back.
Is it nail in the coffin, Todd?
Nah, knife in the back.
Okay.
Got a backdoor to save Baron.
True. Backdoor. Oh, looks like Darklights will try to respond to the Baron. I think they will not be able to make it in time. QC Bank just has too much pressure and too much damage. Can Jordan steal? Looks like
Kane does secure it.
Looks like Jordan used his smite on Kane there.
Double kill for MS.
Can we see? Oh, Kane shut down.
Kane shut down.
And I think that will be game right
That
there. Triple
will be
kill.
game.
They can just push in and end it right now. And this will be
The final push.
Oriana doing everything that she can to defend it. Landing a ooh, that looked
Good
to be a
ult,
but
but
not,
unfortunately it will be for naught.
in the end it doesn't even matter. QC Bank takes game 2. So we saw that QC Bank takes game 2, but I felt like both teams were very close this time around.
Definitely a lot closer.
Compared to the first game.
The Jarvan and the Oriana were major in that mid.
Yes,
They did very
they
good.
were. There was a lot of things that I felt like they fell short of. They just sort of stood in damage at some points, like the MF ult.
Yeah,
It was
that
very hard,
MF ult.
especially with the J4 and Oriana working together. The misfortune kind of countered that, but at the end, it just comes down to who has more damage, I guess.
Meanwhile, Chase in the back is looking like a bit of a creeper.
Alrighty then, we're going to be setting up for game 3, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined here today by some strange people in the background, and also my captain, my support, my everything, my rock, Dan Dankert.
What's up, guys? How's it going? It's a pretty exciting match so far. It's 2-0, but the last game seemed really, really close.
It was
And
really close.
Almost spiraled out of control for Quad City Bank. That Nasus was getting massive.
He was, and as Todd and I point out, it seemed like there was a bug with the spectator mode. We were only seeing Nasus with like 55 stacks, and it must have been like a 550 stacks, I think. Really, it was just really weird. But that Nasus did go into beast mode, raid mode, Super Saiyan 3, whatever you want to call it. It was just going berserk.
I saw him kill Red Buff with like 950 HP left.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I talked to their top laner actually after the game, and he said that he hit over 700 stacks that game.
No.
Which, if you're the misfortune of the other team, 2 of those and you're probably dead.
I'm probably even one of those with like something like a Trinity Force. It's just a one-shot and you're gonzo. So right now we're looking at the teams getting ready to get into the champion pick ban. What do you think? What do you think are going to be some of the pick bans this game after what we've seen?
I don't think they're going to let him play Nasus again. Conversely, I don't think they let him let Boom Dat Boy play Garen again. He's played Garen both games into carry champions, and it seemed like he was at least somewhat effective. Definitely holding his own. Chica Boss is a really talented top laner, and to hold even in that matchup, I think it was really good of him because I think it might be a little bit in favor to Chica Boss. And then both times he was playing scaling champion. So if you get Humdat Boy off a champion that can play really strong early game, you might be able to take advantage of that matchup a little bit more and get a Kale or a Nasus. Who knows, a Kali, maybe Silas, really far ahead.
And we are seeing some of the first bans going out. Yasuo, a staple ban throughout the whole entire tournament. Kane, once again, being banned. We saw him one game, and that's it for him. Morgana being banned, and then the Vel'Koz.
Vel'Koz was pretty impressive. There were a couple team fights that I thought was pretty heavily in favor of Shock Bites, where then a timely Vel'Koz ultimate just obliterated the other team. I am also think that the Malzahar ban was really good. I know that Chalk Bites was really tilted at times when Malzahar would press R and delete someone.
Yep.
And actually, I heard them say something to the effect of Kane is like the jungle version of Malzahar. So not surprised that both of those two picks are banned this game.
J4 are also getting banned. That J4 combination with the R was just too much to handle at some points. I don't think they want to deal with something like that again. What is interesting is we are seeing we're seeing another Amumu pick, especially after events of the first game of Amumu not having Smite. Hopefully the Amumu of this game does take Smite.
I'm shocked by the Amumu pick. I think Amumu is very low tier right now. Definitely should have been first picked. What I'm assuming is going on here is that they were picking it because the Chalk Bites jungler played Amumu first game and Jarvan the second game, so they banned away the Jarvan and then they stole the Amumu. It must be what they think is a pretty big denial pick. Otherwise, I don't see any reason whatsoever you would pick Amumu first pick.
And that forced Chalk Bites to pick Vi into the jungle, looks like QC Bank will be picking Veigar mid lane. I have seen consistently in a lot of games recently, Veigar getting picked mid lane and doing fairly well. Something about Veigar's stacking just seems to be really powerful right now.
It seems the Rec League teams really love Veigar. He provides late game damage that you can assure it'll happen no matter what he goes in lane. It's really, really powerful. It doesn't provide much mobility. It doesn't roam. Basically just sits in mid lane and is a tower of late game damage once it gets going.
Yes, it is. Leona pick on Chalk Bite's side. I know you like to play Leona yourself.
Leona's the single greatest champion in League of Legends history, so I'm glad to see it. It was banned last game, and I almost had a conversation with the two captains after the game, asking them why they would ever ban such an amazing champion like Leona.
Interesting. I was about to say, if they were going to ban Alistar, that would have been an interesting ban, as the support has already been picked for Chalk Bites.
They might have thought they were playing against us next week, because I play a lot of Leona jungle. So it might have been, we could have been playing Leona jungle, potentially.
Oh, and there's the Garen ban. Very late into the ban, too, and hasn't been picked up yet. Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's really strong, especially after the Kale ban. Looks like a heavy focus on top lane, which makes a lot of sense considering both mid laners have already been picked. Top lane's where you should be putting bans in.
And the Rumble Band, the first time we've seen a Rumble Band at all. I wonder if someone plays Rumble on either one of the teams.
I mean, we've played a decent amount of games and scrims against both of these teams and on stage against both of these teams, and I don't remember anyone ever playing Rumble. But, you know, sometimes you just got to throw out that last band because you're maybe not sure, and you're more maybe thinking less about what are they playing and more about what are we planning on playing, and maybe they thought that Rumble would be a bad matchup for whatever top laner they end up picking.
There's the Alistar pick and Sivir pick as well.
Maybe they thought they were picking then instead of banning.
Banning, yeah, that's probably what
Foreshadowed
happened.
it a little bit.
It would have been unfortunate if they had accidentally banned him and then wanted to pick him.
Yeah.
Poppy.
Now when we see this Amumu in the context of the rest of the team, it looks like it's a heavy team fight, team that relies heavily on the Vigar and Misfortune to damage.
Yep.
Which makes a lot of sense, right? You go Amumu ult into it, Alistar is able to also engage with Headbutt Pulverize, Poppy more engaged, but also the disengage, right? If you ever get into a fight and maybe the fight's going sour, you just Poppy ult their damage out of it and you're able to sort of reset and figure out where to go from there. A lot of tankiness. This is a really beefy team comp from QC Bank, putting all their eggs into the Misfortune and Vigar basket.
Chalk Bites going with the Swain pick. I think that's interesting because of the fact that we have a Mumu, Alistar, and Poppy able to really engage, and Swain can pop his ult to help with survivability. I don't know how well that's going to work out for him. That's how I see it, at least.
I tend to agree, but one of the things that Swain is really poor at is getting in the middle of the team where he actually can put out a bunch of damage, and that Sivir ulti will help him get there. I do think that there's a weird synergy in their team comp that doesn't seem to have a lot of it. You sort of have team fight, you sort of have pick, you have pieces of different types of strategies, and I'm a little concerned of how that's going to work out. But they do have Leona, which is a win condition in and of itself, because Leona is the single greatest champion in the Legends history.
And with the team comp that they have going with Ahri, Vi, Leona, that does allow Swain to have some nice setups with his passive, pulling them in even further. We'll just have to see how well that works out against a team like QC Bank. That is terrifying to look at when I look over there.
Every time I play against Quad City Bank, I'm very nervous. They have really talented players. Even though we've beat them more often than not, Marshbury in particular and Reen in particular are both very talented players. And the Reen is not playing tonight for Revenge.
Unfortunate.
But a lot of talent on the QC Bank team, and actually a lot of talent on both of the teams.
And hopefully they can show us some of the more talent that they showed us from the second game and this game tonight. If Chalk Bites isn't able to secure a victory in this third game, they will take the loss tonight.
And I'm very interested to see how long this game goes. Because the longest game in competitive League of Legends history was between SK Telecom and Jin Air Green Wings, and it went 94 minutes long. And I think it's reasonable to say that this should definitely end up going longer than 94 minutes.
Yep.
Anything less than a 2-hour game, I think, would be shocking.
Very shocking. 2 hours. I'm ready to be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. How about you?
We'll see how it ends up going, though. I'm very happy with the way the series has gone so far. Both games have been pretty close. Both the teams are playing very well. We'll see how this continues to unfold. I do think that Quad City Bank definitely has the edge going into this final game in terms of team comp and in terms of the way they've been playing. It's going to be really tough, I think, for Chalk Bites to bounce back. And one of the other things I want to say here is I think if Chalk Bites can reset their mental, they'll have a really good chance to compete in this game. But I'm a little nervous after how that last game went that they might be in a tough spot, because that game was a heartbreaker to lose, especially knowing that the game was on a razor's edge for so long. And you figure with the late game Nasus that if the longer the game goes, the higher your win percentages is.
Exactly.
And to not be able to pull that win off must have hurt a lot. An early invade, I think, would be a good strategy, because if you're able to get the first blood, it really helps reset and makes you really think about the game as it was a new game, a new series, and helps reset that mental quite a bit.
Something that I've been mentioning throughout the games tonight, we've seen both teams have team comps that can invade easily. Like with the Blitzcrank early on, the second game you had some nice invade potential. Even now with this team, QC Bank I feel has some very nice invade potential. Do you think they'll invade in this game finally, or do you think it'll just still stick to them just starting jungle camps and doing nothing?
I would say probably just going in jungle camps. The problem is that Alistar doesn't really have his full combo until level 2, which makes it a little difficult. Poppy's probably going to want to take Q instead of her wall bash, level 1. And Amumu might take Bandage Toss, but it's not really the best, and it would be hard for the rest of the team to follow up properly. Talk Bites is maybe a little bit better, because if they can get a Leona Q and a Bush, that might be really good, because if you could Leona Q into a Swain kind of pullback, that's a pretty good combo. Actually, then into ViQ as well. It's pretty solid.
I would be surprised if Vi did start. You are correct on some of the interesting picks that they would have to pick for spells early on if they wanted to invade.
Yeah, because Vi normally doesn't start her.
She starts her W first. Well, in my professional opinion, she should start her W first. I know some people start E for that auto reset, but with the W, you get the attack speed and you get the armor shred.
And then Ari as well could take Charm level 1, but doesn't want.
No. So they will be getting the game right now, and we're going to be entering the 3-minute delay, so you get to enjoy us just a bit longer until we get into the game.
What'd you think of the Kayn last game?
I thought the Kayn was doing very well throughout the whole game. It was unfortunate that he got Blue Kayn first, so he had to wait a little bit longer. I think during that time, though, if Chalk Bites, fouled up and did more jungle pressure and more lane pressure, that would have set QC back a lot, because Kayn was unable to change for a good solid 4 minutes. So that's all I have to say about the Kayn. Like I said, just unfortunate that he got his blue form first and obviously wanted to go red. He could have gone blue, but wouldn't have been strong as with his rune page that he had with Conqueror. What have you thought about some of the support players this game, being the support main for our team? Looking at how they've been playing.
I had a fun conversation with Marshbuoy after the Rakan game, and I said, not gonna lie, there was a couple times you went mid, and I just kind of was like, what in the world are you doing? But ultimately, I mean, he's a very talented player. He had a couple of big ultimates near the end of the game.
Yes, he did.
Denying backs, things like that were next level, that I thought were really, really strong. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. And I thought it was interesting that he played jungle first game, because now in the Rec League, he played jungle game 1, he played support game 2, and in the past he's played AD carry for that.
Interesting.
So, he's sort of like Xpeke. He floats between roles pretty well.
Well, we'll see what role he is in tonight.
I would assume he's going to stay at support.
Marshbuoy is going. He's actually playing Misfortune.
Is he really?
He's going ADC. He's gone. Not full circle, but he's changed up 3 times now. Very interesting. Which would also imply that other people on their team have to change as well.
3 games, 3 roles. What an amazing player to be able to do that.
Switch on the fly and still play to really high end.
To have that much flexibility in one player, to be able to really fit them into where you need them to go, is really, really impressive, and it definitely makes a lot of sense. I mean, in my opinion, they're a really good team, but he might be the best player on that team.
A jack of all trades.
And in a team comp that really relies heavily on Misfortune and Vigar, you probably want him on that, right? And I think also, Manky Boy is the other player who has played support for them in the past.
Playing the Alistar tonight.
And he has played Alistar in previous games, so he's comfortable. But that makes a lot of sense. So one of the things I wanted to point out earlier was actually the synergies between Misfortune and Alistar are really, really good. You can set up very easy kills once Misfortune at level 6. I thought about it because we like to play a decent amount of Misfortune with our team, but I would hate to be on stage and miss a headbutt pulverize, which is so easy to do.
Yep.
So I don't ever play it.
We will be getting into the game here right now, loading into the game, looking at some of the runes that they have picked tonight. Very standard. Comment on Misfortune. That's an interesting one. I know it's a lot of people have done it before, but not recently, in my opinion. I haven't seen too many comments on Misfortune in recent games.
Dark Harvest seems to make more sense there. Overall, I know a lot of people who play Misfortune, and that's what they go with. I don't think Comet's a bad choice. I just don't think it's the best choice here.
Alright, let's see if anything spicy happens right off the bat.
Electrocute from Vi, I think that's pretty standard.
Yes it is. You can go electrocute or you can go conquer. Conquer is still a good staple on Vi if you can't get the electrocute to pop off. As you mentioned, we're not going to see any invades at all. Just want to play it safe in the early game. Nothing too spicy, nothing too risky.
I'm glad to see Electrocute on Ari instead of Glacial Augment. They're the two, I would say, primary builds right now on Ari, and I think Electrocute's a little bit better. It provides you more raw damage output, which I think is very important. Though you could say it has a decent synergy with this speed boost comp from Sivir to be able to slow the enemy team while also boosting in with the Sivir. But I think overall, when I see Aries in competitive play and in solo queue, I would prefer to have the Electrocute over the Glacial Augment 9 times out of 10.
Some wards going out into the river for some vision. Good timing on that.
I have to say, if I'm Vigar here, I'm really concerned about jungle ganks. If a charm ever lands, or Vi's ever able to land a stun onto the Vigar's dead. No way he survives that with so much damage.
Some interesting plays going on here. Vi starting her red buff and smiting it, and Amumu looked like he went chickens and dragged it over to his red buff. Not too sure on that play right there, but maybe he has a master plan with that.
That was a popular strat a while ago, but I thought it was a popular strat with a different jungler, not...
I know on the chickens, when you can hit them and pull them out and get some nice healage going, but I don't think that works on a Mumu like that. I know Vi going in for the early gank. Ooh, getting a nice Q. Does work with the swing pass to pull in. Ooh, misses the E, but still nice damage on Poppy and getting the flash out of her.
Yeah, forcing the flash is really huge, though I do think that was a bit of a misplay by the Swain by pulling them closer to his escape route, and then he was able to flash out of there. Also missing stun at the end of it. Probably should have been a kill for Cockbites, but Poppy lives to fight another day.
It looks like Poppy will not recall and just stay in lane. Vi will be taking the blue buff from the enemy jungle here. That will be very big. Amumu going in for a gank in the bot lane. Ooh, getting the bandage touch on Sivir!
And Sivir, I believe, flashed there. I think I saw the flash animations. That's huge to be able to land the bandage toss after the flash. Kill goes over to Marshbuoy, is the person you definitely want to get that gold. You would assume bot snowballs this lead pretty hard after that.
Vigar getting some nice damage on Ari.
How is Sivir dying though there? I assume Sivir was level 2. A lot of Sivirs, some Sivirs take Q and then W, but you
going in for another gank. Oh, Poppy activating the shield so Vi cannot dash. That was very nice. It allowed Poppy to live there.
That was the defensive spell choice, level up choice that Poppy took, which ended up paying off. Whereas Sivir didn't take that defensive spell choice or level up choice and ended up paying for it. Poppy pushing in this wave. That's a little interesting. Ooh, Amumu actually ended up stealing the blue buff.
Very, very good from Amumu there. He probably figured, hey, my blue buff is missing, so I need a counter jungle to make up for that. Very smart play by Amumu, but is getting very low in enemy territory, which could be very dangerous for him.
Yeah, that definitely seems like a bit of an overstay. Take your blue buff, get out of there. Take the victory. Potentially giving up a kill would be too big of a disaster.
Looks like a fight is breaking out into the bot lane. Alistar going in onto the Sivir, getting some damage. Does not have Marshbuoy with him, taking a lot of damage, and that is... Ooh, Marshbuoy being able to save Alistar with the heal. Flash going out on Leona. Amumu landing the bandage toss. My goodness, summoners are being popped in the bot lane.
Alistar went in way too early. Even if that would have worked out in their benefit in the long run, that was definitely a questionable decision making there. To ever fight 2v1 with your AD carry not there doesn't make a lot of sense.
Lane getting some nice damage on this Poppy. Unfortunately missing the E, so he can't really commit to the kill that much.
Used a lot of auto attacks though, and you can't miss auto attacks.
Nope.
Dodge was taken out of the game.
Unfortunately it was. Except for Jax, though, right? Jax still has the counter-strike, which allows him to dodge.
True, but the old dodge runes that used to be popular, like Season 1, were removed from the game. A lot of things have changed since season 1.
Makes you miss the good old days of going Trin Mirror and getting all crit chance runes and going up level 1 and one-shotting people basically with crit.
Definitely. Or playing Tarek and winning every game always. Tarek was busted.
Yep.
Or season 4 Cassidon.
Remember old Scion with his Q where it would build off AP and he just stun you and chunk you for all his health?
Oh my gosh, no.
Good times, good times. Ooh, Alistar going in, not hitting the pulverize, but looks like popped the heal on the Sivir. Very interesting right there. At least it popped the heal, I'll say.
Looked like he was assuming she would spell shield and wanted to let the spell shield run out before pulverizing, but I guess he got outbunked there.
Now 200 IQ from the Sivir.
Yeah. There's been a lot of 200 IQ plays so far this series. Both teams are playing at a really high level. Here comes a Mumu in for a gank, actually. Could land the bandage toss. But
very
the
nice.
does not end up
Ooh,
landing
they
the
can
wall.
die for this. Oh, but he gets the heal from his ult. Will Amumu die to the tower? He is dying to his Swain ult. Swain pops his ult, gets the poppy, lands a Q, gets some of those auto. One more auto will probably do it. Unbelievable. Swain gets the double kill, and we go back into the bot lane to see some pokage going on. Misfortune looking to try to set something up.
Chica Boss Swagger
Can we get that printed on our
flossing
shirt?
on the competition.
Can we get that printed on our shirt? Chica Boss Swagger. Oh, fight breaking out. Vi going in with the flash. Lands the Q. Oh my god!
What was that?
What are you doing, Vi? Was Vi not level 6 there?
What's up with all these crazy outplays this game? We're getting the highlight level plays. People should be clipping all of this stuff.
Unbelievable. Vi just took too many tower shots and could not commit to the kill, it seemed like. It seems like she should have been charging up her Q first and then flash as the Q was still going.
Reddit-worthy plays.
Reddit-worthy plays. Can we make the front page?
No, the mods would take it down.
Oh, it's too spicy.
Yeah. Too much fire for our League of Legends. So let's take a look at the actual game setup right now. It's only a 600, 500 gold difference right now between QC Bank and Chalk Bites. 2 kills to 2 kills. Looks like all towers are still up. Definitely anybody's game at this point.
Already taking some tower shots in the mid lane, not very necessary. Could come back to bite her in the butt.
Very confused why Leona is like half health right now. I'm surprised that any champion would ever auto or do spells on the Leona, considering how great of a champion it is.
And seeing how powerful Leona is, she could have gone in on that Misfortune and just solo killed her, I think.
Oh my gosh, I just realized that the Chalk Bites bot lane has double heal. Sivir has heal and Leona has heal.
My god, you're right. Maybe that was the heal that we saw. I thought I saw a heal popped earlier on the when Alistar went on Sivir, but there was a heal just before that as well. They want that survivability, I guess.
You know, it's really good sustain in lane. The only time double heal actually isn't worth it is if you need to use both of your combat summoners at the same time in the same fight. Because then it has reduced healing. But if you wait 30 seconds after casting the first heal, it actually still does the full heal for your team. So overall, not a bad summoner choice, but I mean, we can't lie here. It's probably not your ideal one.
Yep. Ari still going in, trying to get some damage on Viger, but taking tower shots. I don't know if these trades are really worth it if she's taking those tower shots. Meanwhile, Swain is doing some nice damage to Poppy. Poppy is just getting caught out by those E's. Oh, but the Amumu Bandage Toss comes out. Amumu ult. Poppy. What happened there?
Speechless. I'm speechless. It looked like it was going really, really well for QC Bank in that fight. They still might end up getting the trade kill, but it should have... No, they're not even going to get the trade kill. But that should have been a clean 1-0 for QC Bank. Instead, it ends up being a clean 1-0 for Chalk Bites.
Poppy just not swing away like, hey, I don't want you here anymore.
Definitely an interesting ult usage. Maybe he was a little bit confused about how the ultimate works. Maybe he was just trying to get the knock up in place, but that's definitely not how it played out. And like I said, one of the things I liked about Chalkbite's draft is they ended up banning the Garen, right? The Garen was taken away, and I said, Whom Dat Boys played pretty well into a matchup that I think favors Chica Boss in terms of just player skill. And I said if you take away that early game dominant champion, you could see the game go, that lane go in favor of Chica Boss, and it looks like that's definitely what's happened. He's now 3-0 on this Swain. He has farms about even, but still just that 3-kill lead is huge. Already has his Rod of Ages if he's stacking up. This looks like a game that Chalkbites could be seeing a hard carry performance out of Chica Boss. We could be seeing Game 4.
We could be seeing Game 4. I wait with bated breath for Game 4.
I'm really excited for Game 5 because we can hear Silver Scrapes.
Silver Scrapes.
Even if I have to play it on my phone, we'll hear Silver Scrapes. Might not be on stream because I don't know how that works with copyright and stuff. But if nothing else, in my head, I'll be listening to Silver Scrapes.
Oh my! Ari getting caught out in the river, having to flash, using ult as well to get away. Ari just has such a great escape ability with her ult, allowing her just to... Vygar flashing to try to intimidate the Ari, I assume, and they'll QC Bang will be going for the dragon from that.
I think that's a strategy we see a lot, which is called asserting dominance, where you show the other team, hey, I'm perfectly acceptable or perfectly fine with blowing flash to try to get this kill, knowing that it's a low percentage play because I'm that much better than you are.
Yep, exactly. Real quick, speaking of going on to Game 4 and possibly even Game 5, I've heard rumors that if we go on to Game 5, it'll be sort of a blind pick.
There are rumors. You'd have to ask the tournament organizer, Chase Newcomb, if that rule is 100% going to be in effect tonight, but I would love to see it. Blind pick has been a huge staple in Korea in the early days, and it's given us a lot of the best moments in League of Legends history, most notably Faker versus Ryu, Zed versus Zed, which was an amazing game.
As we saw here, Alistar trying to go in and do some damage, but nothing really came out of it at all.
I believe MSI had a Game 5 as well, where they were, I think it was EDG versus SKT, and EDG was almost sure that they would pick LeBlanc, and then ended up picking an entire team that was dedicated to defeating LeBlanc, which included a Morgana mid, because it was 100% set to just stop him from winning on LeBlanc, and it was Faker's first loss ever on LeBlanc.
My God.
Yeah, I definitely think that picking a tank top lane for QC Bank was a little bit of a tough setup because it allowed Chica Boss to really abuse it. That's one of the things you look at really top tier teams. That's a very common.
Alistar trying to go in on the Sivir, but Leon able to stun the Alistar and save her. Misfortune almost killing the Sivir with her ult, but heal went off from the Sivir to save herself.
So like I was saying, it's a really common draft strategy to try to force the other top laner into playing a tank so that you can play a carry into it because it's a very strong matchup for the carries almost all the time. Unless you're playing against Sion, and then you just wish you weren't in top lane.
Or Urgot.
Yeah, or old Aatrox. All three of those. Worlds was basically Aatrox versus Urgot every game, till Victor showed its face. Rip Licorice. Gold still really close, still in QC Bank's favor, even though they're down a kill.
It looks like there's something going on in top river with Swain and Vi trying to secure the scuttle from the Moo. More poking going back and forth in bot lane. Vi looks to be looking for that blue buff. Getting, stunned by the Vygar, but missing his W. Ari pushing him off with the ult.
And that means Ari is going to be pretty vulnerable in lane until she gets flash back up, because Spirit Rush is a decent cooldown, and not having flash gives her no mobility, which means she's very game susceptible.
Oh, getting some nice damage out on this Poppy. Missing his Q. Poppy predicting where he would shoot his Q out.
Really good backstep there. Really strong, what we call micro play out of Whom Dat Boy there, in what's been a very difficult lane for him thus far.
Seems like he's adapting very well to Chica Boss's style playing on the Swain, seeing those micro plays.
Yeah, unless he gets more magic resist, which I think he would be getting sometime soon, that matchup's going to get a little bit easier for him. He won't die as quickly, which will be helpful. And remember, when we talk about Poppy, what we're hoping to get is a tank that can do a lot in team fights later on, provide a lot of utility for the team, and Poppy should be able to do that even if he ends up going 0-10 in lane.
Vi does have Rift Herald and is looking for a lane to put it in. She is running out of time on a Pancho Ranchero, looking for a good lane to drop that big boy in.
Let's hope it's able to get at least a turret. That would be a really big win for Chalk Bites at this point, being able to secure first turret and try to get themselves a decent gold lead.
Looks like he's going to go into the bot lane, ran out of time. Hopefully this will be able to get the power for them. This Fortune putting out the ult to kill the minions.
That was really, really smart. It's going to help them clear this out. Probably not even going to lose a tower off it.
Yep.
The counter engage from the Amumu. Huge Amumu ult. This should be a triple kill.
Sivir flashing. Oh, the flashes go out. The heals go out. Sivir goes back in.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a triple kill.
Some summoners were up, so no triple kill was happening tonight, unfortunately.
That plus the Sivir ult just provides so much safety. But honestly, Chalk Bites didn't get the tower there. That's a really huge win for QC Bank, getting a kill and not losing the tower. Even if they just don't lose the tower, don't get any kills there, it's still worth it. And that all started because of the heads-up play by Marsh Buoy, ulting down the wave. Really heads-up play, really smart. Put them in the proper position to turn a losing situation into a winning one.
Marsh Buoy proving himself as one of the best players on their team once again. Ooh, Chica Boss getting a nice pull in on Whom Dat Boy. Whom Dat Boy starting to get a little tanky, and some of that damage isn't doing anything to him now.
I think Marsh Buoy is making his case for end-of-year all conference teams, because I'm assuming there's going to be at least a first team, maybe more. And he's trying to prove himself that, hey, you know, maybe not first team, because at Northwest Bank's probably going to have a lot of the first team players, but second team, third team, definitely should be in the running for it. And he's played really, really strong tonight.
Ocean Drake will be going to QC Bank there, looking for a gank here on the Vigard. Vi ulting, flashes going out a lot. That was a lot of stuff to just for a one kill on Vigard. I understand they don't want him getting stacks, but that seemed to be a lot for one kill.
Vigard blew everything though as well. He blew both of his summoners. I think if I'm Vigard there, I just, you know, take the L.
Yep.
Die there. Giving up both of your summoners just makes you too vulnerable in lane, especially considering, I mentioned this earlier, how strong of gank assist you have between the Vi and the Ahri. If the Ahri hits a charm or the Vi hits a stun, you're dead. And having no mobility is only going to make that more of a likelihood. Gold's still really, really close. No team's been able to really pull a gold advantage. Quad City Bank has been able to marginally expand their lead up to about 2K, but looking pretty even nonetheless. Marshbury looks like he uses ult again to clear the wave bot lane. It's unfortunate he's not able to use that in the teamfight setting, but he's already ballooned about 25 CS lead in the bot lane. He's got 2 kills. This Fortune looks like it's going to be a tear come mid game, maybe even late game. Actually, this Vigard is still in what I would consider to be a pretty good position, only down about 20 CS, 25 CS at this point to the Ahri.
Looking for a gank on this Ahri here. Ahri dodging everything, getting the charm. Amumu, will Amumu go down to the ignite? He will!
Everybody is just flossing and styling on everybody else's game. This is the second time I think we've had a gank flipped on its head, where the player getting ganked has ended up getting a kill instead of the team ganking.
I'm surprised Amumu had ult there and he didn't use it, which was really surprising because he could have ulted, allowing Vigard to get closer to Ahri and land W's and Q's on her. Even his own ult. I feel like that was a big miscommunication on the team there.
Definitely, I would say if you have an Amumu with Flash, you should be getting a kill in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's, you know, before Ahri's ever able to ult or after the first ultimate. Feels like no matter what, that should be a pretty safe kill for QC Bank, but you know, we're sitting here with 2020, right? 2020 hindsight. We can see how it should have played out, but you know, when you're in the game, you're just going in the heat of the moment and with instinct. It's a little bit harder there.
Poppy looking to do some damage here, getting the gank from the Vigar. Hopefully, oh, swing flashing over the Vigar stun, putting out a lot of damage. My God, that damage! Once again, Chica Boss flipping the gank on its head. Vi showing up. Amumu ult goes out to save the Vi.
That's the 4th time this game we've seen a gank get flipped on its head. Really strong individual play by Landers this game, it looks like.
Marsh Bowie throwing out the ult again to once again protect the tower, dodging the Ari charm as well.
Chica Boss is now developing a pretty sizable lead, I would assume, with 4 kills. He's got a pretty sizable bounty on him as well. With that, actually, the overall goal is to become even between Chalkbites and QC Bank.
Chica Box sitting at 4 kills and 135 CS.
I believe Alistar had his ultimate there. It's a little hard to see, but I believe he had his ultimate, which means he could have ultied as soon as the RH arm landed. It removes all CC, and he could have just walked away with taking only like 50% of the damage he normally would, because that's how his ultimate works.
I'm not sure what's going on with QC Bank here. They've been showing good. They've been having good plays throughout the tournament tonight, but this game seems to be that they're just making mistake after mistake. I don't know what's gone into their head right now.
Ooh, really good flash there by Marshall to get out of that. But I would say, we've talked about this in terms of their team comp, right? It's a team fighting team comp, and they get one good team fight, this whole game could turn in their favor.
Oh my goodness, the damage going out from Ari onto Amumu. Amumu not able to do anything.
You have to be thinking right now if you're Quad City Bank, if this goes to game 4, Amumu should not be a prioritized pick for us. Or for them, I guess I should say, whatsoever. Drop it, go back to anything else.
Anything.
So many much better junglers right now in this meta than Amumu.
Looks like the teams are going to be looking towards Dragon, even though it's got 4 seconds left on it. They're going to be warding up here, trying to fight for this Ocean Drake.
Ocean Drake, even the laning phase is almost over, still really powerful, especially if you're able to stack it up. Quad City Bank are able to get this Ocean Drake, that's double Ocean, which means if they ever want to, they can
disengage and regen a lot of their health and mana.
Definitely, which also allows them to play around Baron. They can start Baron, walk away, reset, get all their health back, maybe force a teleport.
Ooh, Vigar caging them in with Marsh Bowie ulting, and that will be Ari and Vi going down. Amumu ulting onto the Sivir and Leona. Marsh Bowie hunting down the Sivir. Getting the kill! Can we see another kill on Marsh Bowie? Oh. Nope, Leona.
So much going on.
Alistar unable to finish off the kill there.
We mentioned this. We said this is a team fight comp from Quad City Bank, and we just saw a really good team comp in which they were able to go 3 for 1. And if you look, it actually pulled Chica Boss down to the fight, whereas Whomdat Boy was able to get some solo time on the turret, and looks like he might be able to get close to taking this turret, or actually might take this turret, which would be a huge win for Quad City Bank. Not only winning the team fight, but also potentially getting the turret as well. And they do get the turret.
There it is. He just now has to get away from Chica Boss, which he will be able to do with ease.
Poppy waddling away with turret gold in hand.
I've noticed that there's a lot of yordles on QC Bank's team. Do you think that was anything that they had planned beforehand as well? Vigar, I know Amumu's not a yordle, but he's still very small in size.
Well, I don't know about how their team or their captain usually goes about picking teams, but I often think about synergies between either the region that those champions represent, or also the skins, because you have a lot of really cool skin lines like Project, like Pool Party, that if you can get multiple champions that share that synergy, it might not provide you extra stats, but it provides you extra, synergy from your own team. You play better together when you're all on the same page, and when you're all wearing the same type of skin, you're on the same page.
Yep.
Really, really well played in that way by having a lot of players who have similar types of champions, right? A lot of short champions, a lot of yordles.
Pancho Rare was able to get the blue buff, but wasn't worth it as QC Bank was able to follow up and just kill him for it. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunate for the Ari, trying to go in there to do something. I'm not sure what though, but got caged by the Vigar and then just got locked down from that point on.
I believe they call that getting bopped.
Yep.
That's what the kids say nowadays. But ultimately, let's look at what happened. The Ari was trying to get damage down. It seemed like a pretty good idea. You charm, you're able to get your full combo, get a lot of damage. But then the Vigar was really clutch with that stun, just like he was very clutch with this stun, getting the kill. We thought QC Bank looked a little down, but now they're on the upswing for sure.
They're definitely making a comeback. They thought that they were down, but they're going to show that they won't be put down.
You know, it's like Rocky. You get knocked down, but you get up again. You can never keep me down.
You gotta eat lightning and crap thunder.
Same. I don't know what that was, but
That's from Rocky, don't you know?
Was it? No,
Yeah.
I've actually never seen the movie.
Really? Yeah, when Mickey, his coach, says that to him.
I feel like you're pulling my leg.
I'm not. I'm dead
I'm gonna
serious.
watch Rocky now to find out if you're pulling my leg
I
or
know
not.
you gotta watch it.
Chat, help me out.
Yeah,
Is my leg being pulled or not?
Let's go to chat right now. See what they have to say. Oh! Once again, Vigar, Chica Boss going down. One of the best players on Chalk Bites getting taken out.
That should have been a bounty cashed in by QC Bank as well. That gold lead was only basically even a few minutes ago. Is now to a 3,000 gold lead for Quad City Bank.
Thanks to Pocky Gaming for calling out these Chumbawamba lyrics from Rocky. I assume that he's agreeing with me on that, as we see here real quick. Vigar getting a stun on Vi and Ari, getting the kill on Vi with the Vigar ult. That's a lot of Vigar, a lot of V's in that sentence.
Ooh, team posturing around Baron now, and that's one of the nice things about having Double Ocean, right? They're able to regen here. It actually doesn't stop the regen going with Baron. The regen only stops from Ocean if you're being attacked by champions.
This should be an easy Baron for them since Vi is down, or Pancho Rara is down. No one can contest this at all.
I've taken quite a few Barons actually with Leona. It's definitely doable. It's really hard, but it's doable.
I saw the Swain putting on a W to try to steal. I've seen Swain do it before, but not this time around.
Well, you know, if you would have actually dropped Swain W, Leona ult, and then Ari Q, you really could have had a decent shot at that.
I would throw in a
By
silver
decent,
Q.
I mean about like 2%, but still, you
crunching
know,
the numbers.
Compared to 0, it's much better. It's infinitely better, actually.
Yep.
2% is infinitely better than 0%.
I think it's 200% better than 0%, correct?
Is it? I don't know.
Well, you go from 0% to 1%. That'd be a 100% increase.
Mathematicians in chat, bail us out on this one too.
I'm from an engineering major to my side. I'm getting a no from that.
Oh, okay. Anyways, still a really close game. Though not as close as it was. We're up to about a 4,000 gold lead. It's starting to get sizable for Quad City Bank, but you see 4K gold leads get squandered a decent amount. Not sure with this team.
Chica Boss getting caught out by the Vigar Sun. No one to follow up. Mumu missing the Q. Going in, ulting. Chumbawamba, the ult from Misfortune going out. Oh my god.
That was beautiful play. The Amumu was able to walk up, didn't even have to bandage toss in, and ultimate. Beautiful.
And they'll be able to get at least, I would assume, 2 mid towers off of that team fight.
Not 1, but 2 mid turrets going into the favor of Quad City Bank. That gold lead is starting to snowball.
Dragon will be up in 2 minutes. Infernal Drake. Are they going for a 3rd tower here?
This is insane.
They can't end the inhib. That team fight gave them 3 towers and an inhib. Unbelievable.
Quad City Bank can't be stopped. Whoever's playing them in the next round better be concerned because they're looking so good.
Isn't that us playing them in the next round? oh!
Don't remind me. I'll have nightmares.
Going to go for the top tower here as well. I think this might be a bit greedy, but they might be able to get it.
Actually, though, I'm actually pretty
got it.
impressed by their ability to get these towers. I was thinking about, you were thinking of them probably getting 2 towers, but they ended up getting 4 towers now and the inhibitor. That's a huge spike.
Leona throwing out a lot of flashes going out. They're all going down on Marsh Buoy. Wait, does not... Pantorero is not able to commit to the kill on Marsh Buoy.
I think Chalk Bites were going for the flashy play there.
Yes.
We do not condone puns.
I'm the freak of this rec league. PHREAK, for those who are wondering.
What was... What are you... I think we had an int right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That was not an int. There's no intentional feeding in this league.
We'll just chalk it up to a 200 IQ play right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, alright. We might need to tone it down a little bit. But Chica Boss actually looking? No, he's just going to back. He was thinking about going for it with the ultimate. And Poppy's going to walk right by. He's getting out of this.
Whom that
Behind
boy?
enemy lines right there.
Whom that boy? Who he is?
Sweating in the bush right there. Not knowing if he would be found or not. Ends up getting the back off. Unbelievable. Sounds like the players down in the arena are a little loud. Something big must have happened. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled the next couple minutes. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing with a bit of a delay in order to keep the competitive integrity of League of Legends at our rec league. We take it very seriously. Another dragon.
Swing popping all and going in. Chica Boss popping his Zonya. No, that's not even Zonya. That was a stopwatch right there. Unfortunate. Woo! The damage coming out.
The fade away Vigar ultimate.
Oh!
But he messed up the flash afterwards.
Hopefully they can get a revenge kill on this Vi here.
Sometimes we call that womp womp.
Right there. There's the revenge kill. Poppy and Alistar going on to the Leona and Sivir. Oh my goodness.
Going for the kill.
Oh my goodness. And the kill.
It's so hard to do damage when you have a Poppy and an Alistar. But it worked out. We hear a lot of clapping. We don't know exactly what that means, but we think it's probably good. About 10,000 gold lead for Quad City Bank. That's a pretty sizable lead at this point.
At this point, I don't know what Chalk Bites can really do to make up the deficit. Sivir goes down.
If you were the team captain for Chalk Bites right now, what are you thinking? How do you get back in this game?
They need to be able to push them out of base right now and reinforce their defenses and just farm it out.
Construct additional pylons, maybe?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, in all seriousness, I think it all starts around Ari using her mobility to land a charm on a priority target, most notably either Vigar and Misfortune. You have to eliminate one or both of them from a team fight before it ever begins if you want to have a real shot at winning a team fight at this point in the game with the gold the way it is, with how much gold those two individual members have been able to accrue. But we'll see how it continues to go here as the game nears its end, I assume. I'm just assuming because everyone was clapping and now people are walking around. Here we can see all of the players around Baron right now for Quad City Bank. Looks like they're going for it. Baron's about halfway done. Pancho Ranchero charging up, looking to try to make a play here. Everything. Oh, the engage by Amumu, but Leona hits a really clutch stun. There's so much going on, so much CC, so many kills coming in here. Amumu ends up stunning 2 right in front of the Baron pit. Quad City Bank is cleaning up kills. Amumu probably going to get this kill on Siffer here as well. We could have either a Baron play right after this, or Quad City Bank could go for the end. Amumu landing another bandage toss. What an unbelievable, what a crazy team fight going on right there.
They will be going for the Baron. It looks like there was a slight disagreement on what they should be doing, but they decided to go to the Baron for that.
You know, the Baron is the safe play here. You grab Baron, you back, you reset, you walk down into Chalk Bites and you just take him out. But it looks like they don't even need the reset. They're just saying, we have Baron. The onus is on us to finish this game. Let's try to finish it right here, right now, before the death timers even come up.
Here we go, pushing in Ari and Leona. Leona getting caught out. Leona going down.
Another bandage toss. This Amumu has landed the last 3, 4, 5 bandage tosses he's put out. Definitely making plays here at the end. And it looks like all Chalk Bites can do is hope and pray that somehow they're able to defend here. But I don't think they're going to be able to defend here. Quad City Bank is going to go and win the 3rd game and make it through the 3rd, 4th place game in the Gauntlet, where they'll be facing Victory Store next week, right here at Paradigm, 6 p.m. Central Time. Hope to see you here.
Quick intermission, and then we'll be right back with an interview.
No, it's a best of 5. And then
Hey, we're back with Marsh Bowie. One of the,
Hello,
in my opinion,
yeah.
is one of the best players in the game, any game tonight. You know, you went from.
Did you see me on that?
Yes, I did.
Did you see us on? Did we see you on what?
For con.
Okay,
I was
that
like
was
irrelevant
a little.
for like the first 15 minutes of the game, and suddenly I was like, I can charm people. And then I got like 1 5-man charm, and we won the team fight, and we just kind of like snowballed.
Right in front of Baron Pit, right? Which actually was, I think, a 4v5. You guys ended up winning because of a really clutch Vel'Koz ultimate,
Yeah.
which also allowed the Garen to split push. I think took the tower and the inhibitor, and then maybe even a second inhibitor off that.
Yeah,
So
he definitely did.
it was really, really nice to see that. It was next level to deny the backs, you know, hoping you escape, but then have them funnel right there where the Vel'Koz could ult them to death. It was pretty crazy. So the first question, and I think it has to be asked, what does it feel like to play 3 different roles in 3 straight games?
It feels weird because I haven't played jungle since season 7 when I thought I was good enough at the game to play Nidalee. So before coming here, I did a clear on Amumu, a clear on Xin, and then like a clear on Vi. Just in the practice tool to make sure I still like could do that. And then I was just like, you know what? We'll see how it goes, because most of the time I'm in bot lane since I don't have to CS. I'm like doing the call outs, like telling people where to gank, what to do, that kind of thing. Because like if I don't have to stare at the CS the entire time, then I can focus on that. So it was really just applying that macro mentality to the jungle role, and then instead of just calling things out and then ganking. And I picked Xin Zhao because he's kind of OP and you can gank, which worked out well.
I was saying I was saying to Ostopoulos when he was casting up here, I do want to see that early game from Xin Zhao, and you did do that, which I thought was really good.
It's like the meta right now is pick an early game jungler and then gank really often.
Mm-hmm.
And when people don't do that, they're kind of like throwing away leads, and it really bothered me. So that was one thing that I really pushed our jungler who normally plays King Alfred or Will to do. And then when I played Xin, I was like, I am doing this. I will not be a hypocrite.
You led the charge and was saying, hey guys, we need to do this, which I thought was excellent.
So from a shot calling perspective, you said you took a lot of the macro stuff you do as a support player and applied it to the jungle role. Did your actual shot calling itself change much? Like the way you thought about the game? I've heard that a lot of teams rely heavily on either their jungler or their mid laner at the pro scene, because they're the ones who know a little bit better of how strong they are when they're taking objectives, like Baron, Rift Scuttle, and then also they looked at their mid laner because the mid laner usually is playing defense. So from your eyes, playing jungle, did it seem very different in terms of how much knowledge you had about the likelihood of being able to take objectives when shot calling?
if anything, it felt easier to know like when I could take objectives because instead of playing Alistar or Rakan, who's like a complete wet noodle and can't touch anything without his teammate there, I was like, yeah, I'm Zen. I can DPS this down pretty quickly. So I felt more confident shot calling because I knew like I am the jungler. I know I will be there at Dragon, and I have Smite up, which is one thing that isn't always a guarantee. So I think it was a little bit easier, especially since like if I needed to go help out top lane and then go top lane to Rift Herald, I can do that without completely screwing over my ADC.
It also has to be nice playing jungle, knowing that when you make a dragon call, your team's going to go to dragon. Whereas when I play in solo queue and I'm a support and I call dragon, usually my jungler goes and takes top side scuttle. So
yeah,
something interesting I saw. The first game you took chalk bites pretty. It was very one-sided on your side. You took them pretty easily. Second game, very even for the most part.
Yeah, the second game was super easy. The first game felt kind of cheaty because their jungler never noticed that they didn't have smite.
Yep.
And there was one point where like I went into the jungle, I was level 5, he was level 1, and
you just destroyed him.
I probably could have played the jungle a lot more aggressively because like he was level 1 at like 7 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, this is for fun. So like I didn't, and like they just made a simple mistake in Champions League. So I didn't want to make it too one-sided because I pretty much knew we were going to win that game.
And then in game 3, very early on, it seemed like you guys were struggling a little bit. What was going on there? What was the mindset?
I knew we had a pretty good late game with the Vigard. They also had a good late game with Swain. I was ADC at the time.
Yeah.
Third role.
Very good misfortune, by the way, I might add.
It was all right.
Well, I would say when you ulted the bottom wave when they dropped Rift Herald, like that
very smart play there.
That saved you probably a turret.
Oh, absolutely.
And you got the kill on top of it, which was huge. So definitely smart usage of the misfortune.
But we could not. We played that a lot worse than we could have because like there was one point where they tower dived a level 6 lane. Don't do that. There was one point where they just kept dying to Swain because part of the reason why I ended up going 3 roles is because I know Gabe, he's very good at the game. He hit like plat last season before like falling or something. So this was basically just like who can we put up against Gabe and how can we play?
Correct?
Yes, Chica Boss. Who can we put up against Gabe? Who can we force Gabe to play? Like how do we work around Gabe is basically like most of what we did. And that's why we kept swapping around, and also because we knew they would target ban certain people. But seeing Swain go like 3-0 at like 10 minutes, little tilting, not gonna lie. But we still had the team fight. We drafted better. We were then able to use that draft in fights later on, and like you saw the misfortune on
Definitely, and we were talking a little bit about in the looking at draft. We liked your team comp a lot. Their team comp felt like it had bits and pieces of different types of synergies. Didn't really feel cohesive. We thought your team fight comp centered around 2 big late damage carries would go really well. And though it wasn't going the best early, once you got to the team fight stage, that team fighting comp just
dominated.
Rolled the other team.
That's
even though Chica Boss did have a really, really good game on Swain. There was like actually 4 or 5 times where a team ganked the other team and actually ended up losing the gank. They would like die. It was incredible to watch. It was definitely a hype matchup.
I learned the power of the Amumu fortune from the first game that we played against you guys, like way back when. I was like, oh, we don't really have to worry about their team comp. Like Amumu Misfortune is just like an old season 4 pick. It's very good. It's
powerful.
very
it can be powerful.
Play around.
Speaking of playing against us and running out of time here right now, how do you feel about going into next week facing Victory?
Which both Calvin and I play on, we might add.
We'll do our best.
Speechless, ladies and gentlemen. Well, after some of these games tonight, playing against Chalk Bites, do you have more confidence in yourself from previous games in the past against us?
I have more confidence, but
I definitely can say, I will say this though, you guys have improved a lot.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and I think
There's a lot of learning curves with like drafting and I mean, we had people who had just started playing the game essentially at the beginning of the season, so
Well, we're excited. We're looking forward to it. We think it's going to be a hype matchup. I think we're both thinking it's going to be a little bit closer than you might be thinking right now. But
Maybe.
it should be a lot of fun. It should be a cool game to come down and watch, either here at Paradigm on 2nd Street or check us out on Twitch next week. My name's Lovegun. This
Paradigm
is
underscore true is the Twitch channel for it. If you, for some reason, find this on Facebook, that's on Facebook too, but Paradigm underscore true. Lovegun, Thano,
Marshbilly.
yeah.
ChicaBoss346 on Twitter. That's at ChicaBoss. Chica_boss346.
Riot,
I
get
have
this
like
guy
10
for scouting grounds.
I have like 3 followers.
Can we get his name on a t-shirt? Swaggin' Chica Boss.
Swaggin' Chica Boss.
Yeah.
You should change your summoner name to that. That'd be amazing, actually.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Alrighty, ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen.
with that, I think it's time to wrap up. Thanks for joining us.
Not even supposed to be here.
Yeah.